It's on?
No.
We're live? Yes? Hello, guys. Hello, Miss Naturalista family. We said we were coming in live today, December 14th, from 4 to 6, and talk about my 15 favorite things for 2025. But I'm going to do a correction. It's not my 15 favorite things. It's my 15 favorite brands. Y'all see my notes? I have my notes because, when you're on TV, they usually have cue cards or a prompter. We don't have that kind of style here at Miss Naturalista, but I like to be prepared. So I came with my notes. I want you all to know that this is an interactive live. Thus, you can come on and ask any questions. The team is here in the background to help me out and stop me if there's a question, because you see, I don't have on my eyes, right? I cannot see what's going on this camera in front of me. However, I trust that I am in focus. And we are getting ready to just have a chat about so many products in this store, both St. Thomas and St. Croix store. And sometimes we who work here have our favorites. So I'm happy to be chosen as the first one, numero uno, to say what are my favorites in this store. If you come in the store, you know I like a lot of things because everything is good. But I have some helpers today. I have Miss Denise Benjamin, who will be coming in and out, helping me out and jumping in. Good afternoon, Dee. Welcome from our St. Croix store. You guys know her too.
Definitely. So glad to be here with you on your favorite things.
Yes, ma'am. I am excited.
This is Kim's things, okay? We have to try to get our list in here, but let me tell you, if it's on her list, it's because it's important. So trust and believe is coming from the good source.
Yes, it is. It is, because you guys know I don't gatekeep, and I will never sell you something that I don't like or I haven't used. Y'all always come in here and y'all sometimes say, but you have locks, so you only use lock products. No, I do not. I use the face, body products, the deep conditioners, the moisturizers. Because you're locked, it doesn't mean that you can't use some of the stuff in here, correct?
Definitely.
Right. The only thing you wouldn't really use is a curl definer, right? Because your curls, but
they use oil.
Correct.
They use shampoos.
Yes.
Conditioners.
Correct.
Deep conditioners.
Mousse.
So as far as you're concerned, they use everything.
Everything. Mm-hmm. So we use everything in here. And I do have daughters and I do have granddaughters. So I test and practice the products on them. And on my list, there are things that not only I like, but that you guys, we have pushed in here and be like, just try it. And you guys have come back and say, we hate that we have to come back and tell you that you were really right? Because we help you to step out of your box. So,
let me ask one question.
Yes, ma'am.
How did the items get chosen to be on your list? Is it customer reviews? Is it feedback? How is it that it made your list?
It made my list. First of all, I had to try it, and I'm not going to lie. I had to try it because I believe in me. And then secondly, it was customers coming back and telling us, we pushed them to try something, and they came back and said, oh my goodness, this is now on my true blue list. And what you said really worked. It worked out for us. Right. They came back with pictures. They come back when the stuff is in their hair. They come back and they say that, yes, they enjoyed it. So I'm going to always go with my opinion first. So I'm going to try it and say, yes, it worked. And then I'm going to push my customers to try it and step out of their box. And I always tell you, and when you leave here with your little bag and I say, see you next time, I always say, come back and tell me how it worked. Mm-hmm. Or if it didn't. Because if you are going to tell me that it didn't work for you, that is knowledge for us in here. It's not always different hair, right? Different textures. And sometimes it's not even the product. It is application. So that's why we have consultations that are free. And we tell you to come with your virgin hair, clean hair, and we will show you how to apply your products. Because sometimes it's really not the product itself, but it's how you're applying it.
And it's so important because we want your dollar to work for you.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? There's so many misses out there. You hit and you miss. You hit and you miss. When you come to Miss Naturalista doors, We want you to have more hits than misses.
We definitely
and guaranteed. And that's what we feel good. That's what makes us come in every day and feel good and make sure we choose to give you the right product, because we know that you're going to tell a friend that Lashona gave me this, Kim gave me this, and you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
and that's the best type of advertisement. You know, we have been here 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. And the people that come through the door sometimes I say, we didn't know you were here. And we always ask them, well, how did you find us? And a lot of times it's because my coworkers sent me here, my friends sent me here. So you guys keep us open and alive. And thank you for spreading the goodness that Miss Naturalista brings to you. But I'm going to start because you guys know I long-winded. So the first thing we're going to talk is about that special place that we have that, you know, we need to keep clean, the pH balance correct. And it's our motherly canal. It's what we do. And sometimes our pH balance is off. Whether it's because we've been to the gym, we eat too much sour thing, you know, things happen. So the first thing we're going to talk is about Gem Holistic's Yoni Wash.
And she's local, right?
She is local out of St. Croix. So, you know, we support local because we want our people to flourish, and we have so much talent on this island, and we would love that we can bring it to you guys and show you who is here and who is doing what. But Gem's Yoni Wash, it's a natural plant-based gentle vulva cleanser. It's formulated for your healthy flora. It is amazing because it is antibacterial and antifungal. It has those compounds in it, and it has colloidal silver. If you don't know what colloidal silver is really good to deal and prevent any kind and treat infections, any related symptoms like odor or itching. That ingredient alone helps to calm that situation down and to treat it so it can go away. We know that there are items that the doctor will give you, but we and Gem believes in focusing on natural wellness and focusing on holistic health. So if you want something that's totally vegan, that's going to deal with your issues in your most beautiful private parts. I like to say your cookies, but we're going to say your yoni. You know, you want to make sure that you don't use things that are too perfumey. Don't they shouldn't be smelling like gardenia girls. That's not what it's about.
Some may say they're sensitive, right?
Right.
That's what we hear all the time.
Yes.
So this wash, I'm sensitive down there. We all are, you know, to some degree, right?
Yes.
But we would say this is very safe for those who are sensitive.
Very safe. If you have sensitivity to products down there, this is very safe. It's all natural. It's a plant-based. All the ingredients are good for you. Apple cider vinegar, you know, the colloidal silver. It just has the right ingredients to keep it with the pH balance that it needs, because pH balance goes off and then, you know, we itching or we have different things going on. And that can happen from anything, from wearing tights. I exercise a lot, from wearing the tights that I used to exercise, from wearing garments that are not cotton so I can breathe. So there are many different reasons that throws our pH balance off. So to keep it where it needs to be, I really recommend the Gem Holistic Yoni Wash. You are not going to be sorry if you start buying it. And we not only have it in a regular size, but now she's even providing us with a mini travel.
How excited is that?
I was so happy when I walked in and I saw this, because I usually pour some out into
container, and then it spills. Half of it gone.
Correct, because they don't like us at TSA. They like to go with our stuff. They say they don't throw it away, but I don't know about all of that, because I have traveled with brand new bottles and I don't know how you throw with them things. But anyway, we do have a mini that you can keep. Mine is in my travel bag. It will never come out because I don't want to leave it at home. So my regular one in my shower and the mini one is in my travel bag. So that's the Yoni Wash by Gem Holistic.
Let me just say the smell is divine. If you guys could have smelled this through the camera, I would say it gives me like pomegranate, clean citrus, sense of gardenia in there.
Yeah.
Very light, fruity, but let me tell you, it's not too strong, and it's not too...
It's not like an artificial scent. You know, sometimes you buy things and they smell artificial. It's not like that. It's a very natural scent. And you need a little bit. This thing will last you. If you buy the big regular size, it lasts you forever. Like, A dime size is all you need. You don't need more than that in order to go ahead and clean your yoni with it.
Love it.
Gem Naturals is amazing with all of her products. So the next thing that I use from her and I love, and I have got my friend Natasha to buy it. Several customers have come back and loved it. Tourists has come in and bought it and then call in the store to reorder it. It's her turmeric and lemon body scrub. Her turmeric and lemon body scrub is divine. It is really, it's a turmeric and body scrub. And it has lemon in it. And we know that turmeric is good for to reduce inflammation, for any scarring. If you suffer from psoriasis, it's really good. So let me tell you guys about this little scrub.
I have a story for you about the scrub when you're done.
Okay. I usually buy it and I use it on my elbows and I use it on my knees, the parts that are dark, that I put my hand down, and they get darker than the rest of my skin. And then one day I was like, I need a facial scrub. I can't find my facial scrub. Man, let me try this turmeric lemon thing. I touched it and it wasn't that coarse. So I started doing my exfoliation of my face, my scrub, my facial scrub with this right here. It is gentle enough and I put it in, I scrub it until all of the sugar dissipates. And then I leave it in while I brush my teeth so the turmeric and the lemon can soak in. I do my face and my neck and then I rinse it off. And my face is so soft and it's nice at keeping my skin, the coloration level just at the same. Another thing you need to realize is you need to do exfoliating of your skin, your body, your face at least twice a week.
I do mine daily.
Right.
Daily.
But at least you want to do it twice a week. And what does exfoliation help you do when you exfoliate your body and your skin? It takes away all those, we shed cells every day, cells and skin every day. Exfoliating your body and your face, it gets rid of those dead cells and opens up for new and healthy skin it regenerates, right? So when I get rid of all that old skin and dead skin and cells on my face and on my body, it opens up for the new skin to shine, and then I can absorb all the goodness of the oils, the butters, the vitamins, everything that I'm absorbing in my skin. Have you ever put on your lotion and you're shiny, but it just look like it on the top? It just look like it floating.
That's right.
It's not like your skin, your skin looking a little, but it don't feel supple.
That's what that is.
Right? That's because you're not exfoliating your skin, and those ingredients that are so good that you spend so much money on cannot be absorbed. So you need to exfoliate your skin and your face at least twice a week so that you will get new skin and for it to absorb the ingredients of your other products that you're trying to put on. Tell me your joke.
So let me tell you, a lot of products come to our doors. This has been a top seller in St. Thomas and St. Croix. A lot of products come to. So yes, we do try to get our hands on every single thing. This line has over 15 SKUs that we carry steadily in the store. So I didn't actually get a chance to get my hands on this. Let me tell you. So we had a shipment came and the thing spilled. It spilled. And I opened it up and I was like so amazed. First of all, I don't like when scrubs, the liquid is going one way and the sugars are going one way.
When they're not
I like scrubs that are held together, that wherever I place it, it stays on the body. So this is imperative. You guys, when you are looking at this, click the link to join in our stream and you could be able to add anything to your cart at any given time. Just wanted to put that in there.
Oh yeah, when you click the link, if you want to add stuff to your cart, it's going to take you to our storefront. And then in our storefront, you will still be able to see the live. So you wouldn't have to come back on Facebook. Okay.
So back to this now. I took the scrub home. I said, let me try this because the smell alone had me intoxicated.
Correct.
The lemon, the turmeric. I even smell little hints of ginger in there. The smell is so pleasant. So I said, I have to try this. So take it home now. And one of the other young ladies in the store, Miss Uniqua, she said, yes, you can put it on your face.
That's
the same
right.
thing you're saying. And of course, you think scrubs, they're too harsh, they're too abrasive for your face. But I did what she said. I said, okay, let me focus on the center pieces in the nose, the
where your dark
areas are. The
high
neck,
pigmentation.
the neck, everything. I felt like I got a shade lighter. Let me tell you. I said, baby, it's a turmeric that's bleaching the skin. Let me tell you, one use of this product, I see why it's a top seller in both stores.
Yes.
One single use. And I put it down from my face to my neck, elbows, every single place. And it was just amazed. You know, sometimes you go on the beach and you out in the sun all day, you get darker just by, you know, you get sunburn, slight sunburn.
Yeah.
I just felt like before sunburn, after sunburn. It was amazing. Yeah. So let me tell you, this is my staple here. And of course, we're going to get to this one next.
Yes.
I see why these make the list. Almond cocoa. But this right here, I never tried. And let me tell you, divine. Love it. 4 stars.
And like Denise said, she focused on the areas where she was experiencing hyperpigmentation. I always tell my customers, when you are trying to get rid of some dark spots or where you're hyperpigmented, when we give you a product, focus on those areas solely first. Because what happens is, if you put it on all of your face, it's going to lighten all of your face. And then those areas that are dark, while they're lightened, they're going to still be darker than the rest of your skin. So if you're really trying to focus on an area, just focus on that area that is dark. And then once you get it to the level where it's matching the rest, then by all means, spread it all around. I spread it all around because I don't suffer with hyperpigmentation or anything like that. So I make sure I wear it all over and I love it. And I do it and then moisturize. I'm going to get to the products that I use to moisturize afterwards, because once you exfoliate your body or your skin, or your face, you need to go ahead and replenish, put things back in there, right? And on that note, we're going to talk about Gem's almond coconut whipped body butter. Okay, anything with almond in it, anything with almond just grips my soul. I love the scent of almond. I don't know if my grandmother used to make polvorones and she used to put almond in it. I don't know, but it makes me feel like I'm home. It calms me down. It helps me to feel happy. So this whipped butter right here, and the texture of it, it's a whipped shea butter. So it's not going to be like that thick, oily butter. It's very soft. Denise is going to show you guys closer. And the minute you touch it, it melts away. The smell of it is divine. You can smell the almond and the coconut. The mix of it is just amazing. And in the almond butter, it's a lightweight butter and it adds shine and moisture to your skin. It has kokum butter, which is a very light, non-greasy, it softens the skin and restores the skin flexibility. So after you do your sugar scrub, your turmeric and lemon scrub, you can always go and replenish that skin with the almond and coconut butter. That is a bestseller because not only does it really moisturize you without leaving you sticky, without leaving you oily, but the smell, you put on this butter at night after you bathe, I don't know what will happen with your significant other staying next to you, but we're not responsible for any children that are produced after you put this on. But I'm telling you that you are going to be curdled and hugged up and, oh honey, what you got on? Whether you're male or female, if you take a shower and put on this butter before you go to bed, and you're not going to sweat, you're not going to feel sticky, you're not going to feel clammy. It is absorbed by the skin and just leaves that healthy, moisturizing look on your skin. See, Denise is just taking it and putting it on her hands, and you can see that she doesn't look overtly oily or she doesn't look sticky. Her hands just look moisturized.
And that's the thing with the products that's in here. It smells like nothing artificial.
Correct.
All these products smell so whole and so organic. That's why when people walk through the door, they're saying, the hair smells so good.
Yeah.
You're getting nothing that's watered down.
Right.
You're getting products that are highly concentrated. And to pass the test, it has to come in here. It has to be a product that, ingredients are top of the bar and no junk in the jar. And Gem's Holistic, we started off local, but she definitely set the bar on that.
Yeah. And, sometimes you come in and we don't have it and we know that you're disappointed. But think about it. Gem Holistic is making these things over in St. Croix. And like Denise said, the reason why you don't get that artificial scent when you open these products is because there's nothing artificial in there. If she is using turmeric, she's using her turmeric, she is infusing her oil with her powder and doing whatever, and she has to let it sit for a certain time before it reaches the grade that she need to put on thing, and it's a whole process, God, because I promise you, I gonna raise my hand, I be like, God, let me take. And I understand that it takes time to make it because the products are natural. She's not using anything, any scents, the almond sweet oil she have in the butter, she's using things that are top of the line, and sometimes she's even making the batches at home before she puts it in her products. So this is why you ever buy a cherry something. I hate cherry things because it always smell like artificial, because that's what they're using with the color red and stuff like that. But I love cherries, but I just cannot buy cherry things because I just smell and taste that artificial scent. And with these products, you get to smell the natural infused oils. It's a total different experience. So we starting off my favorite things, my favorite lines with healthcare. Your yoni is very important for you to keep it clean and keep it pH balanced, because we know that that's our birth canal. It deals with our womb. And, you don't want to be itchy. You don't want to be smelly. We live in a heat. Some of us will have to wear stockings to work. We wear tight clothes to exercise. All of these things throw our pH balance up. So it's very important to have something that helps to regulate it back and keep you nice and clean and fresh. And we need to exfoliate our face and our skin in order for our body and our face to absorb the nutrients of the good things like the almond cocoa butter that we are trying to put on our skin. Plus to regenerate cells. Regenerate the cells on our skin. You have to exfoliate your face at least 2 times a week. Your body should be the same every night, but gentle exfoliation is really what you need. And the granules in this are small enough that you can use them on your face.
You guys had a question, and feel free. This is an interactive conversation. We're taking you on an interactive shopping here. So feel free to drop your comments in the chat. We'll definitely get back to you. So those of you guys, again, click the link and it will take you straight to our shopping cart. You can be able to add it to your cart. Someone asked the name of this brand. It is called Gems Holistic. All right. And she's on Kim's 15 favorite brands in the store. We are showing you brands that are tested, brands that are tried and proven, customer feedback, 100%, brands that work. So she's definitely on the list. We're coming out the gate with her strong.
Yes.
Gems Holistic. So drop your comments, your questions in the chat. We're here to answer.
Definitely. We're interactive. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on from Yoni. And remember that you can click on the link and it'll take you straight to our storefront where you can start making your purchases, building your cart, and then you can stay there.
What happens when you shop today, Kim?
Today we have flash sales, we have discounts. They didn't even tell me what's going to be on sale. I guess when they're ready to give you all a flash sale, they're going to come and say, Kim, this is on flash. So stay tuned because I have no idea what bundles we have. They simply just told me to make my list and we will have sales and so forth going on.
And anybody purchase today, they get it entered twice, right?
Oh, yes. In the annual customer appreciation giveaway. You buy today, you get 2 entries one time because you get an entry every time you shop.
When they winning?
Girl, when are you win? Whoever win, please share with me, okay? You get a basket or a box, however we decide to decorate it because it'll be a lot. You get 1 item from every brand we sell in the store. And you see how I come up with 15? I have 15 brands that I love in here. It got more than 15. And y'all know that. Y'all know we carry almost everything in here. And if you suggest it, we try to get it. So it has numerous amount of things that are in that bag. Our past winners have needed help to carry their winnings to the car because it has been so heavy. Okay? And I promise you, our past winners come in to see us and to say hi, but they ain't buying nothing.
Yeah, plus.
They ain't buying nothing because we already gave them everything and we gave them enough to share. And we mad at that because they still come and say hi and so forth. So yes, you get 2 entries into the annual raffle. It's going to be in January. And the way you'll know what date you have to be on to win. Just like you came on here, You have to be on in order to win, because I'm going to move on. We're going to move on if you are not there. You know, you have to participate. So you have to be on the live, and we're going to send out an email blast letting you know what day and time to sign on. There are other presents, other giveaways that are there before we get to the grand prize. But you get 2 entries into the grand prize from one purchase today.
Someone's asking, do we have a list of what we share with your 15 things, Kim? So yes, you guys, click the link, join the link, and it'll take you straight to our page where you could just look down and you could see, add the cart, go to our website, you could see the items that we're talking about on the website. So feel free to purchase. When you purchase online as well, you're being entered twice. Again, you purchased throughout this live today, you're being entered twice into this giveaway. So to know what items we're talking about, to follow along, just click the join the stream, and you will be able to see the items we're talking about on the page as we're talking about it. Okay?
Yes.
So send those questions. We're here.
Yeah. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my paper and I'm looking at my phone, because we try and make sure we don't miss any questions. Okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, and I don't have any issues with my hair thinning.
She don't have no edges issues. That's what she wants. Let me simplify it for you, okay? She don't have no issues. She don't have no edges. She got her edges. That's what you're saying. All her edges is on her head. Thank you, Jesus.
Don't hate. Okay, but nevertheless, I'm going to talk about this rosemary scalp balm because I have seen the results. I have seen the results. That is why I could talk about this right here. We have had people who are thinning due to medication, due to aging, due to menopause. You know, our body does be on a rampage. It'll attack us when we're going through that beautiful life cycle change. I have seen people who, because they pull the hair back all the time, they're having issues with their hairline. And I want you all who like all these little swoops, all the young people who like the little swoops, the little swoops. Because I spoke to a hairdresser recently and she's seen a lot of thinning in this area because the new style is to pull out this baby hair and do the swoops. And you guys are pulling it out and you're redirecting. Are you listen? You're redirecting the way your natural hair is growing. So you have to give the little swoops a cute. You gotta give them a break in between. Let your hair breathe. Just like with braids. Let it rest. You need to take them out. Give your hair a week or 2 to just rest and breathe before you put it in.
It's not enough time.
No.
At least 4 weeks to a month.
You see, they wear braids all the time.
At least 4 weeks to a month.
To a month. You have to let the hair breathe and get back to its natural state before you continue. Remember that a protective style, while you're trying to grow your hair, make it fuller or do whatever, can become a damaging style if you leave it in too long.
But Kim, you know there are people who braid their hair, and I'm looking at you guys, you know, whoever I'm speaking to, because I was guilty of this too. You braid your hair. You know, time passed, 2 months, you know, you take out your braids. You wash your hair at home.
Yes.
You go sit down in the braiding chair for your next braiding style.
No break.
No break. All right? There are people out there who do that. And let me tell you, even if you put on a wig in the interim or something, you know, or come to Miss Naturalista, we'll show you how to be confident, how to be okay with wearing your hair in its natural state in between your break. Because I think that's why most times people don't take breaks. They don't know what to do with their hair in between that time. Yeah. But let us help you. This is what we're here for. We can be your break in between your break. Yes. You understand? Yes. We'll give you products. We'll give you definers. Every texture, they have something in here to make it look good, to make it feel soft, to make it feel moisturized, to help you along the way so that you could step out of your office, so that you could step out, go to church and feel confident in the hair that you have. And, you know, and try to hold on to the hair that you have. So it's important to take that break in between your break. So back to the scalp balm. Yeah, back to the scalp balm. So the scalp balm, it is amazing. We have seen so many results where people come back and the edges are now full. You know, the edges are grown back. We have an older client who was having issues with some balding. It could have been her medication or just because she was getting older. You know, our body changes and we have to change up. And she came back with a head full of
hair
In
from
tears.
using the scalp balm. In tears because she had tried everything. She tried everything. You know, you go to the dermatologist, they do all kind of needles,
whatever.
they give you shots, they put all these chemicals inside of you, and even if it grows a little bit, it's just a little peach fuzz, it don't get thick, and then it fall out.
It fall out, right.
Right? Because it's weak. But this right here, this rosemary is scalp balm is by Kim Biologics. If you guys have been natural for a minute, y'all know Kim Biologics does not play with their products. They believe in the old school, our ancestors, African products where you use those kind of ingredients. Their stuff is very good, very moisturizing. They make it nice and heavy for our hair types, different hair types, but they have kicked the ball out of the park with this right here. This, let me tell you about what they say and what I have seen happen with this Kim Biologics scalp balm. It stimulates your hair follicles. It with rosemary oil encourages the blood flow from your roots and it gets nutrients. It reduces shedding by anchoring your roots, reduces hair loss from hormonal issues. Now, let's have some scientific talk. You know that the shaft of your hair, the length, what you see, that is not alive, you know. This thing ain't alive, right?
It's dead.
It's dead. Okay? It's chemically sustainable, but it's not alive. What is alive is the hair follicle that is growing out of your scalp. When we tell you guys a routine is very important, your scalp must be clean, you gotta boo. Y'all watch us and be like, okay, no. Yes, because your hair, in order to grow, has to come through your scalp. So your scalp has to be healthy. That in there is what is alive. So nutrients get in there. These things that is in here, the rosemary oil, you know, the peppermint, all of that get into that hair bulb where your hair follicle is full of little blood vessels and help it to wake up. And then that's how your hair grows. This is dead. We take care of it in order to retain length, you know, to keep it manageable. But the growth really comes from inside your scalp, right?
Down in your follicles.
Down in your follicles.
I can't say enough about this product. Let me tell you, it's customer proven in here. Customers' feedback. Let me tell you, they buy it in 2s and 3s and 4s just because this product works.
It goes quickly.
And sometimes the company has a hard time keeping up with the demand. We aren't here. We're showing you, remember, we're showing you hits. We're not showing you misses. We're showing you products that are tried and tested. To make Kim's list, it had to have that check. It had to check off those 3 boxes, okay? So you guys just tune in and follow along because what we're giving you is the Bible. That's what we like to call it.
Yes, the Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah, for hair care. And you know, I'm going to be honest, you know, because I could find me. I don't find me and tell me all about myself if I was here telling you a story because you just find me. So I ain't got no time and I'm going to tell you guys the truth. This right here, if you're having trouble with hair growth, it's gentle enough. You think they could use it on their kids?
Definitely. Because the ingredients in there is mild. It's from the earth. We're not talking about babies 0 to 12 months.
Not when your scalp's still open.
No. We're talking about the 2s, the 3s, the 4s definitely can use it. And the key components of this, it revives dormant follicles. What does that mean? Follicles that are dead, follicles that are sleeping, you know, it revives it.
Wake up. Yes.
It fosters regrowth. It supports the environment for your hair to regrow and regrow strong. Yes. It also soothes dry and itchy scalp because there's rosemary in there. So you get all of these things. So even if you may not be struggling with edges or balding spot or traction alopecia,
it makes your hair stronger.
It
helps it to grow out stronger. Yes.
So those who have locks, those who, you know, who are hair straightened, who chemically, you know, perm their hair.
Yeah.
It's okay for you because remember, it's a balm. And the thing out there came with most greases out there. I'm going to tell you like the Dax, the Blue Magic, give me another name, the Cocoa Magic. You know, all of those greases out there are loaded with what? Petroleum, mineral oil. And if you guys know anything about petroleum, all it does, it coats the hair.
It sits on the top.
Can you see this little jar here? How it has a clear plastic film around it? Can you see that? I don't know if the camera is doing it any justice. When you use products with petroleum and mineral oil in it, all it does, picture the white jar is your hair shaft. Okay, this is your hair, your strand.
Right.
And the plastic is what the mineral oil does. It coats it. It makes it feel smooth. It makes you feel like, oh my God, it's soft. Yeah, but it's not. It's fooling you. So it coats it. So that means nothing penetrates through the plastic to get to the jar.
Correct.
It doesn't penetrate through your hair shaft. That's why it's important to get greases, balms for your scalp that are mineral free, oil free, petroleum free, and all of those things that we grew up on. They're loaded with that. We didn't know any better.
We didn't.
Our moms didn't know any better. They tried, the press on curl, all of that. So these balms that we're showing you in here, this particular rosemary balm, and every balm scalp pomade in Miss Naturalista store is mineral oil free, petroleum free.
Yes.
You can't have those in a grease and be on our shelf because it's defeating the purpose. All right. So this, you're getting a product that is mineral oil free. So you look at your greases at home and look at the tiny little thing, the label ingredients in the back. Learn to understand your ingredients. Learn to understand what you're putting in your hair, because when you eradicate some ingredients, you will be surprised with what products does for your hair in its natural state.
And Google it. If you can't pronounce it, you know what it is. ChatGPT it, Google it. Remember that the 5 first ingredients are the ones that are heavily most inside of any product. The first 5. When you're looking for moisture, make sure water, aloe vera juice, something is up there in those first 5, because that's what's going to start creating the moisture. And like Denise was saying, if petroleum, a long time ago, it made our hair shiny, it kept it soft for a minute, but while it sat there, it stopped anything from getting into our hair. So it couldn't remoisturize. It couldn't do anything because it just created that film. And these Ayurvedic, this has like brinja and amla. And those 2 Ayurvedic herbs are really good for strength. They're good for strengthening your hair shaft, strengthening your hair so that when it grows out of your scalp, it's stronger, it's thicker, it's more alive, and, you just get full of hair.
Kim, we got some questions for those of you who are joining us. Thank you guys for joining the live. Again, share it, tell a friend, share the link.
Share the live.
How do I purchase? Blue Star is asking, how do I purchase? Again, you see a link below says shop now. You click that link and it takes you to a cart, and then we enter you 2 times in our giveaway. Okay. So again, just click the link. Also, you can call either one of our locations. We'll put the number there in the chat as well. You can call the store. They'll take your order over the phone and package your item and tell you when you can pick it up. Okay. So you have a couple ways to shop. Again, when you shop online, you're entered into the giveaway and we enter you 2 times. So when the grand finale prize is over $1,000, which is what? You get one of every product in the store. We do it every year. This is our 6th annual, I believe.
Yes.
Somewhere around there. So it's a giveaway that we have testimonials and those who have received their goods.
Yes.
So we're always excited about it.
And once you click on the link that you're going to shop and it takes you to our storefront, you can stay there because the live is showing there. If you guys go over to the store and don't see the live, please let us know because it'd be a technical difficulty and we need to clear it up. But the live is showing on our storefront as well, so you can stay in there. Okay, so we talked about this. It's amazing. Give it a try. You will not be disappointed. And always remember, do not come here and buy a product and come to me 2 weeks afterward and tell me it does not work. Denise, how long they need to use the product?
You have to be consistent with anything. You got to be consistent. Put in the time. You got to be committed to something. If you're going to take your hard-earned money and buy a jar of any product in here or any place else, the least you could do is stay committed. Try it out. Put it where, what I do, I put it where I do my little skincare regimen at night. I have to use it. I have my little area and I do my little skin routine and I have my little rosemary balm and it goes on at that particular time. So find something in your routine that works so that you can stay consistent and you can continue to reap the benefits of it. Because once you're consistent, the product works.
Yes. And I also want to specify that if you're starting a new regimen, starting a new product, you were using something with petroleum, Stick to one thing before you say don't work and move on to another. Stop combining things and do a totally cleansing shampoo, detox shampoo, a clarifying shampoo. Get all that other stuff that you were using that wasn't working out of your hair before you start using this goodness in your hair. Detox it, people. Detox that hair and then get that new product system going in there.
And the jar, I think the jar is a steady size. I would say, what is 4 ounces?
Yeah, but it's a lot of product in there.
It's a 4 ounces.
You just putting it as a, scalp on your scalp.
It lasts. I would say about 3 months, 4 months, because you're using it sparingly and it's dense. A little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
A little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
All right. So we're moving on along. We're number 3, right?
We are number 3.
You guys, any questions, please put it in the chat. We're here to help. Come on. We love to hear your questions or your concerns. Remember, click the link below and it'll take you straight to our cart page where you could add the items to your cart and we could get you in this giveaway.
Yes. And remember that this product also has keratin and collagen. Keratin and collagen is going to make sure to take care of what? The dead hair. The hair that you can see. The hair that you want to make supple and manageable. The keratin and collagen inside the product will take care of that.
All right, Jillian, you asked for the name. The name is I'm going to come up close. MSM Rosemary and Scalp Balm. MSM Rosemary and Scalp Balm. Just scroll the chat, click the link, and it'll take you straight to our page. MSM and Rosemary Scalp Balm. Okay. All right.
So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to number 3.
Before you move on, Kim, you guys in the live, tell us where you're joining from us, wherever you're watching your live today. We want to hear about you. Where are you tuning in from? St. Croix, St. Thomas, abroad, the mainland. Say hello. If you like what you're hearing, say hello as well. All right. Moving on to number 3, Kim.
Okay. Yeah. Number 3, product line number 3. I am making sure I could see you guys.
Stay on track.
We're staying on track. So we're moving on to Hugo Suds. Hugo Suds, Hygie Suds. It is a Dutch name. Another local brand. Y'all know a little Hispanic, so I don't know. It smells like Hygie Suds, but I think it's Hugo Suds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't Danish, a Hispanic. So we're gonna go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, I lose my hair, but that's okay. I gonna put it on. Hopefully you can still hear me.
As Miss Kim said, this is the Hygie Suds. Evelise, if you're watching the live, product is made right here in St. Croix. This is our number 3 on the list. And this particular line, what is it for? Is it for hair? Is it for body? Is it for face? It is for face. Let me tell you, for those of us out there, gals who are over 30 years old, let me tell you the importance of skin regimen. I started late and I realized I saw things later in life that I wasn't doing before. So for that reason, I started to zone in and get steady on my skin regimen. When I mentioned I put my edge scalp balm is because I'm doing my skin regimen. And let me tell you, I've developed my own regimen. Each one of us in here,
yes,
we are diligent with our regimen.
Oh, yeah.
Because makeup should be optional. You shouldn't have to wear makeup to feel confident in your skin. I myself, I just love a good skin, a good moisturizer, and out. I don't have to wear the makeup every single day. And that has been my goal in taking care of my skin. So Hygie Sun, she's on that list. She's on that list because her skincare is phenomenal. Her products from start to finish, I'm gonna let Kim take over right now. But her products, it's amazing. So you got the flow, my dear.
Okay, so you guys know I the opposite of this. I just wear makeup often, right? Because I just like that little, I like to shush up. I'm that kind of girly girl. But I do believe that my makeup cannot look good if what's under my makeup does not look good. So if you are a person who is starting your makeup journey, if you are a person who your face is changing and now your makeup is not looking as smooth, is because you need to change your skincare. Okay, you need to change your skincare. And Hygie Suds' motto is because you deserve to be happy, nourish your skin, believe in the power of nature. It's 100% vegan friendly product. Okay. And it took me a minute we had it in the store and I keep watching it. And I was like, oh, I had to use all these other things. I ain't studying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was happy with what I was using. But one day I say, you know what? Let me try this thing because Jamia was saying it's so good. Lashana was saying it's so good. And I was feeling a little left out. So I said, okay, let me buy it and try it. And I started with this Bedu serum. Y'all don't let us keep this in the store, lad.
This is cracking head. And let me tell you, I would swear they drink it up. Iblis, if you're listening, Iblis can't keep up with the demand of the St. Thomas store with the hyaluronic acid, right?
Yes.
I said it correctly.
Yes.
This little colorless substance in a bottle, let me tell you.
Yes.
It's life.
She has cracked the code
and
the serum. Okay. And let me tell you why as you age, serums are so important. Serums are so much better for you than creams as you age because your skin soaks it up really quickly. It soaks it, your skin, it opens up your skin and it goes straight into your skin. Serums are just amazing. The Bedu serum is a rose natural serum. It provides hydration. It's easily absorbed by your skin. It's brightening and anti-age, has anti-aging ingredients. Brightening and anti-aging ingredients. That hyaluronic acid, it plumps you up. It fills in those little fine lines and creates the hydration to plump that face back up so that you're not seeing so many wrinkles. We're going to wrinkle, we're aging, but we want to do it gracefully. Okay? So that's what hyaluronic acid, she has that in there. She also has, and also the hyaluronic acid, it draws moisture into your skin for fuller and smoother, reduce fine lines, strengthens the skin barrier, and improves elasticity. Elasticity is what we lose when we start to wrinkle, right? We lose that ability for our face to stretch and bounce back. And then she also has a second ingredient in there that's very important. It's niacinamide. And that is a vitamin B3 and it's a barrier boost. It minimizes pores. If you're wearing makeup, you know, when you put on your foundation and you get up close, you don't want to see all your pores. That Bedu serum has niacinamide, which will reduce the pores. If you're having some kind of reaction where you're red in certain areas, it can reduce the redness and it evens out the skin tone. And once again, you see this little bottle right here? You ain't need a lot, you know. Don't pay attention to the natural products. A lot of times you guys say, why is the thing so small? Because it is so concentrated. We like to do too much. We like to put too much. You only need to get a little bit in this dropper and a dime size again. Activate it with the heat of your hands and then pat it into your face. When you're putting on a serum, anything that you're putting onto your face other than your cream moisturizer, there's no need for you to be doing all of this. You're going to activate it with your hands and you're going to pat it and do this so that your skin can absorb the goodness. Okay, so this is very important, very important. Now, we're going to talk about another thing that I use from her, and that would be her facial oil. Like Dini said, we all have different ways that we use things. My skin is prone to oil. It likes oil, loves oil. So when I wash, the first thing I start with is my little spray. It might be a rose water or whatever. And then I go straight to oil because that's what my skin absorbs first. And that's what it likes. And then I go in with my, my other things. Right?
Now, whereas with me, I wash and the first thing I put is my hyaluronic. That's the first thing I put, on my skin before I put on anything else.
Yeah.
And what Kim said, that little pat and push, when you have your regimen, you're having different steps. You have an oil, you have a serum, you have a moisturizer. So what you can do is rub it all over because it'll be one big mess. It's not entering your skin. So that patting technique is very important. And wait before next step.
Give it 30 seconds.
Hold your little fan up.
And let your skin absorb that product before you're layering another one on top of it. Okay, so like Denise says, she goes with her hyaluronic. Her Bedu first.
A tongue twister.
And then she goes in with her oil. Her oil moisturizer. And I am opposite.
Oh my God, this smells divine.
Yes, it
my
does.
God.
So you get a little wake up smell as well. And you don't need a lot either.
Not a lot. And what do we say to those who are like, my skin oily. I don't want to put oil on the skin. What do we say about those?
This oil mixture is different. Oil, the fat saturation of the oil is what would determine whether you're really depositing extra oil into your skin or you're just using an oil that is nourishing to your skin. The fish oil is very lightweight. Okay, it has a nurture and a hydrate formula, and it's good for dry skin to normal skin. My skin is combination normal. T-zone is usually oily, and the rest is just normal. So it gives you and restores your natural skin glow. It helps to fight dark marks and hyperpigmentation, and it's anti-aging, and it reduces inflammation. Okay, it has lavender and rose in there.
Yvette asks, is it good for all skin types? And
yes,
you just covered that.
Thank you for that. You know, it has lavender and rose. Lavender is very calming. You know, rose is very hydrating. And then it has jojoba oil, which calms and soothes and boosts collagen production. Jojoba oil, jojoba oil, jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the oil that is closest to what our skin, our scalp naturally produces, called sebum. So when you see products have jojoba oil, our skin and our scalp, our hair is going to respond really nice to it, unless you have an allergy to it. But I haven't met many people or any people with an allergy to jojoba. It is the one that is closest to what our skin produces. So the oil is light. It is the saturation of fat and oil in the oils used. And as I told you, she's using jojoba oil, which calms and soothes. She has grapeseed oil in there. That's another light oil. And vitamin E oil, which promotes skin repair and protects your skin. Vitamin E oil promotes skin repair and protects your skin. So the oil is formulated in such a way that it will not deposit the wrong oils on your skin and make you have a breakout. And we went about this whole thing backwards because we were so excited. I am excited about the Bidu serum and the oil, and we didn't talk about the cleansers. But
I don't think you did it backwards. I think because she has 3 categories of cleansers. I think she has one for each particular type of skin. Yes. So I think you did it exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Well, you know the cleansers are important. And how many times are you supposed to clean your face, Denise, in a day? How many times?
At minimum 2 times.
At minimum 2 times. In the morning when you wake up, and at night when you go to sleep. And some of you are going to say, but I went to sleep and I washed it before I went to sleep. Now I get up in the morning. I just get up in the morning. Why have to wash it again? Because you're laying your head on a pillow where all of your hair has been lying, where maybe if you're asleep and you get a good sleep after you finish working, Miss Naturalista, Lord knows you with your mouth open and God knows what's coming out and hitting on your pillow. And there's just dust that gets on your pillow and so forth. So you want to make sure to start the day with a fresh face, clean face, and re-moisturize while you're taking it out into the elements to deposit more things out of the air onto your skin. So it's important to wash your face twice a day, morning and night. And when you wash your face, we're not talking from here up. We're talking from your neck and your décolleté. When you're putting your products in, we show age right here. So you want to make sure your products are going on your neck and your décolleté as well. Okay? So we have 3 different kinds of, we're going to start with the turmeric. So this is a turmeric and niacinamide wash. And this one is the one that you would use if you are acne prone, if you have acne prone skin. You see that turmeric showing up again? Turmeric! Yes. So this one we will use if you have acne prone skin. It has meadowsweet and white willow bark extract, and it combats oily and acne prone skin by balancing the oil production, soothing inflammation, and minimizing breakouts for a clearer and healthy complexion. So I noticed the benefits of this one is it balances the oil production, it's soothing, it's antibacterial, and it creates, brings your pH balance down to what it needs to be for your face.
I noticed, Kim, it has little granites in there. Okay. All of Hygisode's cleansers, it has that in there. And I think that helps with exfoliation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that helps us exfoliation. And usually too, because she uses clays, right? And clays are really good for detoxing and taking the toxins out of your skin. Another one that she has there is the Yeah. This one right here. This is the pink clay one.
Brightening.
The brightening cleanser. This is the one I use. And I use a brightening cleanser because, like I said, I use it not because I have issues with hyperpigmentation, but just because I wear makeup. And I find that this, I just like pink and red. I don't know. Them is my colors, you know, shades of pink and stuff like that. So I was drawn to this one. And I realized that I like how it cleans off my makeup once I use a makeup wipe. Sometimes I don't even use a wipe. I just go straight in with my cleanser and it cleans everything away really nice. It dissolves everything underneath. So this one is suitable for all skin types. It's called her brightening cleanser. She uses rose clay in this one and licorice root. So she has licorice root in here as well. And it can enhance and brighten and give you a radiant appearance. When y'all see me sometimes and I ain't to work, I'm at my other job and y'all see your skin's so nice, it's so bright. These are the products that I'm using to make sure that my skin stays healthy and it stays bright. Okay. Then she has the regular one, regular smegular, the silky smooth, which you would use if you're not wearing a lot of makeup, if you're not using a lot of products. You know, this one will work really well for those of us who just have regular skin, no dry, don't suffer from dryness, no issues. Mm-hmm. If you're buying for your teenage daughter,
good one.
This is a good one to start them off on.
Regimen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold up, Denise, can you take that?
Sure.
I think my mom is calling, guys.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mommy, hold on. She's coming to you right now. So yeah, as Kim said, this one with those who are just entering puberty, you want to get them into the skin regimen. This would be a good one to start them off with. And all of HygiSun's cleansers, let me tell you, they're amazing. I use the brightening cleanser. Love it. I use between this and sulfur soap. Why I rotate? Because on days where you have maybe like you have makeup today, you want a deep drying cleaning, I would use that and then go finish off with this. I still use this. So this is the two that are the top sellers, and then we have turmeric. I would say they equally all sell good. Turmeric is always leading in the store, but this brightening cleanser here, I think this always leads the pack because it's either oily, dry, it tends to cover everyone. Mm-hmm.
I'm back. I was talking to my mommy, you know, she's good, but you know, we can't ignore her calls because you never know. But yes, so the cleansers, very important. So if you're starting your young daughter on a regimen, this would be the cleanser that you start with, right? It's softer, it's gentler, it's a good way to start. You know, the serum and the oil will be just fine. As a matter of fact, we have some clients who teenagers were having that acne issue, you know, when they start to switch out, they have acne and stuff.
Around 12, 13.
Mm-hmm, and she swears by this Bidu. And she had tried everything on her daughter.
Customer feedback again.
And she says that's the only thing that cleared up the acne, was taking out the scarring. So when she comes, she'll buy 2, 3, 4, 5, because she knows that it takes us a minute sometimes to get it. So this is how we're doing with the cleansers for the face with HygiSun's. And you guys should really go on our storefront and try it. You will not be disappointed. Now remember that the way that you layer your products is all up to you. We all have different skin, and the real way to do it is to do your serums and your vitamin C's, all your serums, and then your oils, because oils seal, like we say about our hair. But some of us, like me, my skin reacts to oils better first. So I do my oils and then I do my serums and my creams and play with things, you know, not because we say this is the way we do it. This is tried for us. We have tried it other ways, and this is the way that we see the best results, right? But once you have it and you try it our way and still don't see the results that you think, then switch it up, because sometimes we are all different. We eat differently. And remember, what you put in is what you come out of your skin as well. Drink a lot of water, flush.
And you come back and tell us too.
Yeah, and then tell us.
Good feedback is just as good as bad feedback.
Yeah, and we like to know how the things work. You know, we really like to know how the things work for you. So that was my brand number 3.
The facial. HygiSun.
All
right, you guys. Remember, anyone who's on the live and purchased today, we're entering you 2 times into the giveaway. What we got next, Kim?
Next, we're gonna move on to
Tralox.
Right? Yes. And Tralox is here. That's for your hair, right? I'm trying to get back on the line after I get on. It's for the hair. Es para el cabello. Trillax is para lo rizo, el cabello, your curls. That's what Trillax is all about. So in Trillax, we've recently got this product, this primer. This is one of our new ones. It's called the primer. Now,
before Kim starts, we just put the line up here to show you that she has other things, right?
Yeah, that we're going to talk about.
Other things as well. But we're going to start with the bang of the line, the numero uno, the one that we have a hard time keeping on the shelf, the one that we get tons of reviews on, the one that helps us in every routine that we do, any regimen, any hair regimen that we're doing. It's a tool, basically. It's a tool. It's a product, but I like to say it's a tool. Because it works hard.
Yeah, yeah. This primer, it came in some months ago.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And we put it on the shelf and then, we looked at it, we studied it, because everything that comes in here, other than one of us trying it, we also educate ourselves on it. So we look for YouTube videos, we Google it, we say, what can we do with it, how, and then one of us gonna pick it up. Somebody gonna pick it up. Lashana picked this thing up.
We were sleeping on it. We all was sleeping on this product.
Yeah.
Okay? Sleeping.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Lashana picked this thing up. I know she was doing a wash day. I can't remember if she was taking out break. She picked this thing up. Okay? We got to work the next day. Lashana was like, oh my God. She was singing the bells. She was like, I use that Soothe and Restore Aloe Vera Primer. And I use it as a pre-poo. And my hair was melting behind my fingers. I got it all cleared out. It was so soothing. It was so nice. It cleared out all my knots. So
we all share a WhatsApp chat,
yes.
And let me tell you, when things good, we drop the dime piece in there, we drop it first in there, and let me tell you what it had all of us running because she was so dramatic.
Correct.
With her review.
Delivery, yes.
You know what I mean? We had to try.
Yes. So show them what it looks like, and I'll tell you a little bit about this primer. So now Lashana come back. She know this thing. That's all she could talk about. So she's talking about the primer, and every customer that comes in and saying, I'm having a hard time detangling.
That's why the thing
I can't get my hair moisturized. She was like, oh, let me show you the perfect thing. She keep taking them to the primer, right? So it has lots of slip. This is from the horse's mouth because I got locks.
Mm-hmm,
it has lots of slip.
Well, you know about slip.
It soaks in easily. It is an excellent detangler and a pre-poo. It smooths and defines curls for easy application of products, and it minimizes the use of water for refreshing curls between wash days. Okay, that's important.
It does a lot. Kim, rewind. Mm-hmm. Because you said a lot of things they say to do.
This one here where it says it minimizes the water for refreshing curls between wash days.
Less water.
Wear your hair curly in its curly stage. You know that 2-3 days afterwards you have to spray up, re-moisturize, fluff up.
I'm familiar with the process.
Area looking a little fuzzy, you put in more product. This product right here minimizes you having to go through that re-moisturizing water. And you not only can use it as a primer, but you can also use it as a re-moisturizer. You can use it as a leave-in. So
all kind of thing in one.
That you can use this one product. Those are you who are looking for one and done. You're gonna need an next one to style, but
but this style too.
Well, yeah, but to hold those curls in our weather, we gonna put you on something else. But if you want to do it every day, by all means. But if you're looking for longevity, then we won't take you to another mousse. But if you're looking for something that is going to help you to pre-condition, to do a pre-poo and detangle, to then use and moisturize during the week, to then use as a leave-in, this is the product for you. So please look at this. This is all of the things balancing. It soaks in easily. All of those things. Yeah.
I like it for the tangles. We all have tangles when you talk about the kinky hair. So I love it for when you just take out your braids, you're taking down your hairstyle. Maybe you had a wash and go for maybe 2 weeks and the hair is all matted, but you don't really want to go straight in with shampoo. You want to get something to kind of de-shed it so that you lose less hair. This is where this comes in. It basically starts the process for you before you wash. Again, but it's not only a pre-poo. You use it as a styler. So in between your wash and goes, you maybe go in your wash and goes for maybe 2 weeks when you know you need to wash out, but you're still going the next week because you say you got some place to go.
Yes.
And what you do, you apply this product. So it basically takes out those tangles, debulk the hair, and then you could add some more curl defining product as you go. So that's one way of using it as a styler. So we should mention pre-poo. And we mentioned as frizz. For those of you who have frizz, we're talking with those 3C, 3A gals. When I say 3Cs, I'm talking about the loose textures, the Hispanics, the mixed textures. This is your holy grail hair because it basically kills the frizz. It helps you to have longevity between your styles, and the style that you have, it ends up having it to hold your style longer. So let's take down and redo.
Yes. So this is a really good product. We're very happy to have it on our line. In our product line, we're happy with it. We are having a hard time keeping it on the shelf as well because it really is amazing. And in the same Naturalista, we have the Curl Supreme 3-in-1 butter,
which is number 2 in the line. 2 in the line. Yeah. With, each line has a couple of things on 1, 2. This is the big hit. Then number 2, number 3. This is the number 2 in the line. This is the butter. All right, it's a 3-in-1 styler. I think with this line you get a lot of 3-in-1.
Yes, yes. With this Relax, it's very good about making sure that their product can do more than one thing. They really want you to kind of experience them and not have to buy a lot of things.
Do more with less.
So it's budget friendly. Because if you buy one and it does all of those things that it can for you. If it works that way for you, then you don't have to buy something else to combine with it and so forth. So I think Naturalista's mission is to kind of help you to gear you towards being less of a product junkie, being less of having to take more steps in your styling, and you're taking care of your hair and stick to one thing and make it easier for those of us that are very busy. You have small children, but you still want to have some kind of self-care. Naturalista is trying gearing you in that direction. But their 3-in-1 butter, it is hydrating. It has tomato seed extract, which seals, and it seals it with light oils. It's a light oil to sealing. That nobody thought about tomato seed extract and the benefits of it on your hair. But it's a very light oil that will seal that hair. It also promotes shine. So it gives you shine. Lots of you come in and say, my hair is dry because you don't see shine in your hair. But when I touch it, it really is not dry because shine is a reflection of light. And light will bounce off a smooth surface quicker than it will bounce off our curly hair that has bends and needles and, curly and, the light is bouncing off and off. But because you like shine, this promotes shine as well, the 3-in-1 butter, and it improves your hair texture and it smooths the hair shaft. Have you ever run down, when you run your fingers like this? I keep telling you guys your hands are your best too, right? You run your finger down your hair and it starts smooth, and then when you get into the end, it starts to feel rough. That's because either you have split ends, damaged ends, or because those ends, the shaft is sticking up, right? Cuticle. So hot water will open up your cuticle and make the shaft open. And then cold water will close it up and seal it. That's why we wash in warm, hot, and we rinse out our conditioner in cold, right? To make sure we close that shaft. So the 3-in-1 butter is really good for smoothing down that hair shaft, making sure it closes so that all of the ingredients, all of the nutrients are inside of that hair shaft. And then you can seal it with an oil and make sure that you're keeping that moisture on your curls and styling. And it's not too heavy, so it will not weigh down your curls.
Love it. And would you say that it's for every texture in the household? Would this brand work for most textures in the household? Whether you're kinky, curly, you loose texture, would you say all textures?
I think that it will work for all textures, and I also think that it will work for all textures in different ways, right? Because if you are a person who wants to wear your wash and go, but you don't want to touch it for 3 to 4 days, the 3-in-1 is not going to keep that curl for you that long, but it will be amazing for a twist up, right? So like I say, the products will work for different ways. If you don't mind going under the shower and washing, rinsing, co-washing every day and then reapplying product, then yes, it will work perfectly for you. But if you're looking for that long hold where you don't have to mess with your hair for a long time, twist outs, it will be amazing. For the wash and go, it's just going to last maybe 1 or 2 days, and then you're going to have to reapply. What do you think, Dee?
No, I'm definitely agree with you because I use this for my daughter hair and she's very kinky. I use it for my hair and the 3-in-1 butter. When we say 3-in-1, we're talking about a leave-in. We're talking about a moisturizer. We're talking about a styler. So that's the 3-in-1 that it does. Again, just to piggyback what Kim says, you do more with less.
Yes.
And we love that about Naturalista. For me, it was becoming to know that it was for all textures because we see it as a brand for looser texture gals. But when they came up with this, it changed the game up big time.
Yes. And I think LaShawna used this on your daughter when she was clearing out her hair when she was hair in the summer as well. Yeah. And they don't like nobody to touch their hair.
Anything that we could get to make the detangling process easier, they still don't cry.
They're still
gonna complain.
Yes,
but
yes.
You know when you're really hurting them and then you're not.
When they're just being dramatic.
They're being dramatic and you're even touching their head.
Correct.
But this really, you tend to think that I don't even want to comb the hair if I don't have this. This is that type of product. I don't even want to wash the hair if I don't have this.
Yeah.
So this is how important this is. So this is the Naturalista line, you guys, and you love it. It made Kim list.
Yes, it made my list because you guys loved it. And LaShawna convinced me. She have a lot of hair. So when she said that this thing melts her hair like butter, I was like, oh, girl, do tell. And customers came in and tell us. So we're going to talk about tools. We just talked about our hands being an important tool as we go along on our hair journey. But there are also tools that will help you other than your hand that are important to have in your arsenal. Important to take care of your strands. Important for those, for your scalp to feel and nourished and for those follicles to wake up. While we are putting product on our scalp and we're thinking about growing it and so forth, these scalp massagers, the shampoo massage brush. So this brush right here with the little nose is important because when you put on your shampoo, and this one doesn't have where you put the shampoo inside, but we do used to carry some, usually carry one with the shampoo, but you can put your shampoo in your scalp. I want y'all to remember that shampoo is not meant for you to be in there like you're washing clothes in a basin. We washing up. I remember how your grandmother used to. That's how we do it with the shampoo. That's how we do it. We do it that.
Imagine.
Okay?
It's crazy.
Shampoo is not to wash your hair like you're washing your white clothes in a basin. You're going to pour some shampoo on your hand. No more than a quarter size. You're going to activate it by rubbing it together with your hands. And then you're going to get into your scalp. And you're going to massage that shampoo into your scalp. If you need a little extra help, this is where this comes in. You want to wake up those follicles. You want to make sure you're scrubbing your hand. If you're like my daughter, she don't like to touch nothing wet. I ain't able with that. This will work good for her because she just has to use it and massage it gently all around your hair.
It gives you a form, but soft
and
massage.
And it gives you a massage.
Yeah.
And once again, you are stimulating that scalp to wake up those follicles, those bulbs, those blood vessels that might be sleeping dormant. You're telling them, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time for you guys to work. So this is a nice tool to have in your arsenal for shampoo days. And if you're giving somebody a little treatment, for Valentine's Day, Christmas, you're giving somebody a nice little treatment, they would love that massaging of the scalp with the shampoo. Now you're going to say, Kim Aska, if I only put in shampoo and my scalp, how the rest of the hair to get clean? With the water pressure is important. Do you know that when you put that water on your scalp to rinse that shampoo out, where does it travel? You think it'll go straight down the drain? No, it goes down your hair, the length of your hair, and that's where the length of your hair also gets washed. There's no need to agitate the rest of your hair. Sometimes you say that detangling is terrible. And it's because you are in there washing your hair like you're washing a piece of clothes. Stop it.
Or you want hair to squeak.
Correct. No, you don't want to hear the squeak of your hair when it's clean. Once the scalp is clean, you're good to go, sister. You're good to go. And then another thing that I really love, we're going to start with this one because all these locks I have, and I still use a hot head. Okay? This, I cannot stand the dry air of a hair dryer. Cannot. But there are many times, like if I'm giving myself a hot oil treatment, like you guys do a pre-poo. My pre-poo is with a mixture of oils from our oil bath. And I put it all the way down my locks. And I do this because I typically do not like a lot of oils in my hair.
You remember heat cap? That's what they call it. With the foil you plug in.
Right.
You can't move. You're stationary.
You're stationary.
For 30 minutes or so.
But this is different. This is a hot head. It has flaxseed beads inside that you put in the microwave. You can put it up to a minute this way, up to a minute that way. It comes with a cap that you put over your hair, and then you heat it up and you put it over your hair with your deep conditioner, your oil treatment, whatever you're doing, and your day is not wasted. You can go about your business, clean your house, fold your clothes, watch TV, lay down and take a nap while you're deep conditioning. Okay, it is a lifesaver for me. I couldn't get no deep conditioner in Amira hair because she's studying me about sitting under no heat. So it's really nice that I can use the hot head on her while she still goes and plays around, and then just call her back to rinse it out.
Notice it has a plastic cap, right?
Yes.
You don't just put this on the scalp.
No.
You know, you want to protect your product.
And you want to spot clean it if anything gets in it.
In it.
When lock heads, you can use it. I usually just wrap my locks either in 2 buns or in one all around. And then I put on the cap or plastic bag. And then I use the hot head.
Plastic bag works just fine.
Yes.
Then you put on the hot heads. Get everything in there. After you put it in the microwave.
After you put it in the microwave and heat up the beads. You don't have to be stationary. You don't have to deal with that dry heat.
You can run to the store like this.
You can do whatever you choose to do. You gotta drop them children down the road.
You still look cute.
You could go down the road. You know what I'm saying? If you want to wrap over that, you can wrap over that. And you can reheat it. If you feel you need a little more heat, then you ain't ready to rinse it out yet, you could reheat it and put it over your head. So it's an easy way to deep condition for yourself and for your family, for your kids. Your sons might have long hair and they just ain't into that deep conditioning. This is a good way to deep condition. So that's another good tool that you should have in.
And I have found, and we all experience it in hair, when you have deep conditioners, and you apply heat, it works 10 times better than just putting it on for 30 minutes. The heat activates the deep conditioner, and it basically goes into the follicles, and you end up with.
And it doesn't only activate the heat, the conditioner. Remember that the heat will open up the follicle of your hair, so that now the nutrients can go seep good in there easier and faster than if you don't have any heat in your hair. So heat is really nice to incorporate with your deep conditioners.
Tools.
So we talk about a massager. We talked about the hot head. We're going to talk about detangling brush.
This brush, Kim, I feel like this has been with us all of our life at this Naturalista.
It has.
You know, and many of you guys, you know, from those of way back, we've had many different versions of this brush.
Yes.
And to see this brush evolve and to know that 10 years later we're still selling this brush, it's amazing. And this is basically our main brush in here because,
it works. That's all. It works. If it ain't my shop, don't fix it. You know, you have to reinvent the wheel. What I like as it has evolved.
And we know the owner of this brush too. We met her.
Yeah, she came down. You guys met her when you used to come to our things. You know, the beauty about this brush is that if you hit a snag, look at that. Show them Denise how it open up. It opens up. And it's one piece. There's no balls at the end that will tear up your hair. There's no, like, sometimes when you see how they make things, you can see where it have a snag that will get caught in your hair. There's nothing. So I love the way that it's sturdy. It's really a good product. It's made sturdy. I love that. I love how if I hit a snag, it's going to tell me stop because it opens up like this to release some of the tension before I tear through the child hair. And how are we supposed to detangle, Denise?
Right here, teacher.
That's right.
Down, work your way up.
We start bottom.
Don't start down here. No.
Yes. And then usually when you're detangling, you detangle in sections. You detangle with product in your hair, deep conditioner, leave-in. And if you're saying, I detangle my child hair, I detangle my hair, and by the time I finish all of it, it's tangled back. Please put it away as you detangle a section. As you detangle a section, all you have to do is do a 2-strand twist and keep it moving. That's it. Do a 2-strand twist and keep it moving. And that way, when you're ready to style, everything has been detangled. I even rinse out conditioners with a twist.
I do that too.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm washing Amira's hair, I twist it. I wash it open. But by the time I put on her conditioner, which is leave-in or it is rinse out, I have detangled. I am twisted on my way. And that's how I rinse out her conditioner. And when she gets to my chair to dry or to go ahead and style, that's when I start to put in the leave-in.
That's right.
That's when I start loosening up.
Work smarter, not harder.
So that's another tool. And the coup de grace, when you have natural hair and you're wearing your hair curly or in braids or in any style, including my locks, is having a good mist sprayer. In the mist sprayer, you could put water on its own. You could put water with aloe vera juice. You could put water with some oils. You can do your own mixture of a refreshing spray. I have these all over the house. One is in the fridge. I have one mist sprayer that is in the fridge.
In the fridge?
Yes.
I just catch on to what she's saying, in the fridge.
I put it in the fridge because what did I tell you guys cold water does?
Mm-hmm.
Cold water closes your cuticle. And because in that mist sprayer, I have a mixture of water and aloe vera juice. And once you put aloe vera juice in something, you want to keep it cool. So if I am out, like I go running. If I go running and the sun been out and I come home and my hair just feel hot because it's hot out there. Yes. My scalp feel hot. My hair feel like I could touch it. It feel a little dry up. I will take the one that's in the fridge. And that's what I spray myself with. Just to close back those cuticles. Right? So I have them all over. And what we love about these sprayers is that ain't no shoot, ain't no gun shooting out of this thing. It's a sprayer. It's like, I think we have a one with water on this section over here. It sprays like, sprinkler.
Yeah, a continuous spray.
And you can control it. You can decide if you want to do a lot or if you want to do a little bit. So it's really easy for you to control the amount of water that you are spraying in your hair. If you're doing wash and goes, if that's the way that you style your hair, you know that in this heat, by the time you start doing section by section, some of it has already dried. It is important to have a mist sprayer with water next to you so that you can soak back up your sections, soak them back up so that you can apply your product.
So this is what a continuous spray look like.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So no, you're not doing this. No, you're spraying and you're it's continuously spraying.
Yes.
All right. So if these are tools, they're not just tools, they're essentials. If you're a naturalista, if you dealing with natural hair, these are tools that make your life easier. These are the basic 101 tools that I think we've been selling from on the jump.
Yes.
Tools that make your life easier.
These have not changed.
No.
They might have changed in the way they're producing them bigger, smaller, using better products, more fancier.
No.
But these are the tools that every natural person should have in their home from the onset. If you're going on a natural journey, these are the tools that you should already be trying to put together and put in your arsenal. They don't change their true glue. Yes. So it's a massager, a scalp massager, or a shampoo brush. And you know the scalp massager, you can also use it when you put oil in your scalp.
Oh, good point.
To massage
good point.
Before you go to bed.
Good
when you
point.
put your oil mixture, your balm that we talked about, and you put it in and you just massage. Because once you put in these things for hair growth, you want to massage it into the scalp. You can use the shampoo massager for that as well. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the lock brush. If you came and you saw Gem Holistic, when we had Meet the Brand, she talked about how brushing could be good for your locks. So brushing can control if you have a lot of frizz. In between your washes, I have my hair in 2-strand twists, but the brush simply works like this. So if you have loose hair that frizzes a lot, the brush is really good because the brush will help to lay down that hair and give you some more control, control the frizz. You know that if you have frizzy hair, like I have some soft texture hair in my head, if I don't take care of that, my locks start to intertwine and they start to marry. So the brush is really good. When I'm in between retwists, I can go ahead and oil my scalp and separate gently and then brush so that the hair that belongs in the lock will stay with the lock and not jump to the other one. And next thing you know, I have to be popping. Popping is really bad for our locks. It weakens the integrity of our shaft, and that's not a good thing. So if you going too long with your hair, a brush is good to just go ahead and separate, oil your scalp, moisturize, and then brush so that the hair that belongs inside of that lock can stay within its grid and perimeter and not go jump into the other side and marry the next one next to it. Tell them this cousin, they can't get married. Okay? All right. Yes. So we did our tools and we're at number 6. This is another product that we cannot keep in the store. You guys are amazing and I love it.
Drum roll, please.
The kojic acid turmeric soap. Kojic acid turmeric soap. So, you know that just like I use different skin products that are in the store, my bathroom is like a mini Miss Naturalista, okay? My daughter shops in there because I'm always bringing home, buying stuff to try or to like. So the kojic soap is something, that turmeric soap, that I can also use. You can use it in all your body. You can use it as a shampoo. And I use it to wash my face as well. Sometimes I use it first and then I use my cleanser. Like I have on makeup today, I'm going to do like a real deep clean because I want to make sure I clean everything. So the way I use this soap, it helps to fade dark spots and hyperpigmentation. It repairs sun damage, acne scars, uneven skin tone, and it's a deep cleansing and it removes buildup from pores. Soothing, calming turmeric and rose water can help calm redness and irritation. It has hydration support, collagen and rose water in it, and it helps to keep the skin softer. You can also use it on your underarms, from shaving, how we get dark. Mm-hmm. You can use it on your underarms and in your thighs, between your thighs. If you have chubby legs, you have nice thick legs, but you have a little issue with the rubbing, you can also use this in there when you're bathing to kind of fade those dark spots out. Now I use it in my face, and I always tell people I ain't bothering to waste. I ain't wasting no soap,
No.
I don't work hard for my money, so I'm not wasting no soap. Long time ago, we used to take a soap like this and we use it for our face, and we use the right.
No, you weaken in your soap.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, what we have learned is that we can cut the soap. So I cut my soap like that, like so, and I only
put this away.
Mm-hmm. I put away the rest right back in its box. And I only use that sliver. I have a facial sponge that has like a canal in it. I can just put the soap in there and then I wash with that. The rest is safely put away in the drawer and the soap lasts me a very long time.
That's the thing. That's the thing about it, because your soap is not at your ledge or in your bathroom just getting watered down by the moisture in your bathroom.
Yes.
You're basically retaining your soap life's longevity. And you're using this, so that this little sliver here is going to last you, I want to say, a month.
Yeah.
Easy. A month easy. And then you work your way down. So when people be buying this up in 4s and 5, I don't understand why. I think they're hoarding their products so they make sure they don't run out of it. But it's not because it's finishing fast. It's just because I think they don't want to be without it.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in order to preserve the integrity of your entire soap, but always remember to just listen. You see what Kid Denise cut this thing with? This is a letter opener. Mm-hmm. That is to show you that the soap is not that hard to sliver.
Whatever you have.
Yes, just cut a sliver and then save the rest. And make, like we said, Miss Naturalista, we want your dollars to go far,
You got to stretch.
We don't mind you coming here and buying up all our stuff. We don't mind. We're going to bring more. But we really want to show you the ways that you can be economical. Because if you don't have to buy 2 soap, maybe you'll come and buy a Bidu serum. Because they're already right. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to show you guys the way that we use it, that I use it. This is also one of my cleansing things. Today it will get used because I have on makeup. And a day when I don't have on makeup and I can just clean, I just stick to my face wash. But the days that I have on makeup, if I deep cleaning, mm-hmm. I need to use my soap and my makeup. And like I said, it's really good for you to use. We get dark spots from the shaving. Use it under your arms to clear up those dark spots. If you have dark spots from rubbing in between your legs, you can use that as well to clear it up. It is safe. You can use it as a shampoo bar as well. Mm-hmm. So, there are many uses for it. And that is the kojic and turmeric soap.
Sharing is caring. Give everybody a sliver in your house.
Yes. If you buy it for your children, like some people come in here and buy stuff for their children, cut it. Because they got it in that shower and the little rock and all the water hitting it and then come tell you, Mommy, you got the water.
On the floor of the shower.
Right. Cut it and give them a little piece. And when they're finished, let them come back to you for the rest of it.
Alrighty. You guys enjoying the live? Miss Kim's Picks.
Are you all having a good time? Are y'all enjoying the information and my favorite brands and items from my brands? Who is saying yes? Thumbs up. Give me a love. Give us a love on the Facebook if you're enjoying it. Remember that we're interactive and we definitely want you to ask questions because we want to be able to share with you our knowledge.
We have a question, Kim.
We have a question.
What's the name of the brush? So we talked about 2 brushes.
Yes.
We talked about the lock brush. And then we talked about the Felicia Leatherwood brush.
Right.
So I don't know particularly which brush you're asking, but this is the one for locks. And this is the other brush. It's called the Felicia Leatherwood brush.
And that's a Dr. Locks brush, lock brush.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk about the scalp massager / shampoo brush.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you could just ask about the shampoo. Yes.
They're all in a link, so you can add them or go to the website and you can add them to your cart. Again, these are important tools that we share and we love by and we swear by, and this is why it's on Kim's list.
Correct.
All right.
So if you guys have come into the Miss Naturalista store, either on vacation if you are in the States, or come over from St. Croix, you have seen our oil bar. Only St. Thomas has it. I'm sorry.
Only
St. Croix doesn't have it yet. Don't be mad. But this is our coup de grace. Y'all want to talk about, when we talk about a bar, we're talking about our oil bar, where we offer all of these plethoras of oils, carriers and essential oils. And we also have the buds, rose buds, the calendula, and the lavender buds that you can infuse into your oil. We have 2 mixes that we have created in the store from the oil bar that are the ones that our customers buy the most. Our customers love our mosquito mix and our hair growth mix.
What's in the mosquito mix? Tell me, please.
In the mosquito mix, you will find lavender, lemongrass, frankincense, peppermint, tea tree, and grapeseed. And we stop there if you're going to put it in your diffuser. If you're going to put it on your skin, we're going to add either a little jojoba oil or we will add grapeseed oil so that it can go on your skin. Most people like to buy it to go in their diffuser because we like to leave our windows open. Our doors open, enjoy the breeze. But the mosquito them don't play on this island.
They're terrible.
So these mosquitoes do not like the smell of lemongrass. They hate the smell of lavender. They hate the smell of peppermint. As a matter of fact, peppermint oil has a larvicidal. Larvicidal affects the mosquitoes' breeding. So they can't breed. So when you have a diffuser and you put it, you want to keep your door open so the fresh air can come in, you can put your diffuser by that door and use our mosquito mix.
So they don't come in.
And it will not pass that barrier. It will also smell nicely because the lavender smells nice. The lemongrass smells nice. So you also get a really nice scent. The lavender is also really good for calming down. You come from a stressful day. Sensories help you to sleep. So on top of making sure that the mosquitoes are out of the way, it's helping you to calm down and calm everybody in the house. So that's one of our mixes. We sell it in 2, 4, and 8 ounces. Okay.
I'm going to show you guys the 4 and 8 ounce just for time purposes here. This is the 4 ounce and it comes with a dropper.
Yes.
And as Kim is talking about these oils are perfectly selected, tried and tested. They're 100% essential oils and carrier oils.
Yes.
And basically it's not just any old oil. I think the customers say the quality of these oils are superb. They're high grade. They're very strong. They're very potent.
Our essential oils
a little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. That's why when you come to the oil bar, you see a little note saying, "Let us help you."
Yes,
because we have to do the dilution.
That's right.
Because they're very concentrated, and we have had people ask for too much peppermint, not enough carrier, and then come back and say, it was a little strong. We know it was going to be a little strong. That's why we tell you, let us help you, right? So they're very concentrated. For the hair growth oil, what we usually put in there is carrot oil, pumpkin oil, rosemary oil, peppermint, and black cumin seed oil. The carrot oil is good for your hair to grow fast. Thicker. It prevents split ends and hair loss, and it protects from UV rays damage. So carrot oil is like a sunscreen. So if you are a person that is boating, goes out on the sea a lot, carrot oil is really good to stop your hair from getting that sun bleach because it protects your hair. We also put in rosemary oil because it prevents the starving of the blood supply to your hair follicles. It stimulates those follicles, and it stops you from your hair loss and from your hair turning gray, I believe. No, I think it's another one for gray, but it also improves the blood flow. That is the rosemary. The peppermint oil improves the blood flow and is an antimicrobial. So it's good for any itching and so forth. So the tea tree oil is also good, and the tea tree oil is also a microbacterial.
Yes.
My mouth, it gets tired. Yes, it's an antibacterial, so it's good for itching,
dandruff,
and dandruff, and so forth. So yeah, come on in, and we sell the oils in 4 and 8 ounces. They're in a dark bottle, an amber bottle, because this protects the integrity of the oils. This amber bottle protects the integrity of the oil, right? So we ask you not to put it in the heat, in the sun, because that can change the integrity of essential oils. Okay? And it's glass. We know we buy it here. We put it in these because we want to protect it for as long as you use it. So you can use the mosquitoes mix, can be mixed for your diffuser, or it can be mixed for your skin.
And these are called blends. This is
by Miss Naturalista blends.
So this is our own custom oil, as Kim said. And when you want to try it and refer to it, go on the website or come in the store, you're asking for blends. And behind each label, you have a little menu card here as to what the ingredients are, whether carrier or essential oil, so that when you come back, you'll be able to track what it is your concoction was. Yes. It's been a crowd favorite in here, I must say. No reason why this would not make the list. Again, because it's a crowd favorite in here. So I see why this is on Kim's list. But the 2 favorites in the store is the mosquito and the hair growth recipe.
Correct. And I use a mixture of lavender and peppermint in my office in my diffuser. Anybody comes in my office with smoke coming out their ears, as soon as they open my door, that's what it's smelling, and it'll calm them down. Why the office smells so nice? Oh yeah. Yeah. So I use the oils as well. Okay. So those are nice. Now we're going to move on We're speaking of oils. You guys talked and asked us for perfume oil rollers, and some people just like the natural way, and we worked, and we came up with our own Miss Naturalista perfume rollers. And some of the best sellers is the sinus roller. And why would the sinus roller be one of the best sellers in here? The sinus roller is really good if you have issues with your sinus.
Sinus, right? You have a cold.
Yeah, you have a cold. The kids have a cold. Remember when you used to just put Vicks from head to toe and it burning them and they smelling Vicks all day? The sinus roller, you just have to tap it in their points, where your pulse, and it will help clear them up. And if you're a person who has allergies, the sinus roller is good too. If you have a person who has allergies,
yeah, definitely. These rollers, I just want to show you what you typically see. This size roller here. And then you have the Miss Naturalista rollers. Again, these rollers are scented for perfume. They're also medicinal.
Yes.
And they're also for health benefits as well. So to each his own. There's something in there for everyone. We're talking about the 2 popular ones today.
The two popular ones today.
But there are many in here that you would have to come and find your scent that works.
Yeah.
With the two we mentioned is the sinus, and we're talking about frankincense.
Now, frankincense, it really, really surprised me because I'm not a girl who likes musky smells.
I do.
Right?
I do.
But that frankincense, and remember that all of us, our body chemistry is different. My friend Natasha bought that frankincense and came in my car, and I said, what perfume you got on? She said, girl, that's a frankincense roller from the store. And I was like, it does not smell like frankincense. When it mixed with her body chemistry and the customers, we cannot keep frankincense on the shelf. In our Holy Bible, where we just put what every customer missed and is asking for, frankincense stays on that list because it smells so nicely. And frankincense, Denise was saying that they're not only perfume, they also have medicinal properties. Mm-hmm. The frankincense roller is good for calming and grounding you. It reduces anxiety and stress. It supports emotional balance, enhances focus and clarity. It's stimulating, and it's a mood uplifting scent and oil.
I had so many customers educate me as well on their use, because when you buy certain medicinal oils, you make conversation, you want to learn more, sharing is caring, right? You would ask, okay, what's your purpose for using frankincense? Because nobody really takes frankincense and uses it as a perfume.
Right.
I always feel like there's a deeper meaning behind of it if you choose frankincense. I had one customer said it's basically a stabilizer for her. She's heavily believes in her sage. Mm-hmm. All right. So she would sage her place. She likes to put something on her body because you're saging your space, but she likes to put something on her body. So she would put this on her points, the frankincense, and that just stabilizes her. In our country, our island, they'll say bad spirit, bad energy. To each his own, right? You have your belief.
Yes.
But I think everything is mental. But she would basically say that this takes away any bad energy around her, for lack of a better word. And you just put it in the central point. So now you have something for your space. You have something for your energy. Because frankincense, it goes back in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very spiritual oil. So this just didn't just fall out the sky and say, okay, this does this does that. This goes back in centuries.
And this makes smell really good. And remember when you buy the body oils, when you buy the other oils that are perfumey, don't just take them and roll them on. No, they go on your pulse points. So your pulse points are your wrists, behind your ears, and believe it or not, behind your knees. Behind your knees and that crevice you have right there, that's another point where your blood flows and where your scent can be the heat. Mm-hmm. And you put it on the pulse points because that's where your blood is pumping and you get hot. The heat helps for the smell to permeate out of your skin. So we have many scents of these. Those two are just like the most requested rollers, and you can come in and smell them. And we're an interactive store. Choose your scent that works better for you. Remember that you get a lot for your buck.
Yeah.
And that frankincense oil has a deeper meaning, can have a deeper meaning depending on what you believe in, but it really is an oil that calms you down and helps you mentally to stay stable and be clear.
So don't let it stress you out at work.
Nah. Not at all. No. Yeah, we're going with calmness. Mm-hmm. Calmness.
All right, we're mixing it up now.
We're going to number 8.
We getting there. You guys hanging again. This is favorites. This is Kim's
favorites. Is my favorite.
These are products that work. Tried
and this
and
is Mish.
All right.
And you all know that you all come and clean us out of Mish
every single time
we get an order in. Lashana looks at me and says, "Well, we have to order again. We need to double the order. I got to talk to Denise because you guys be in less waiting for it." We'll call you for one and y'all will look at the stash and go with 2, 3, 4. We imagine. But we know that Mish is something that is true blue and you all are liking. And it works on all textures of hair.
I think that's why we love it so much because, again, with kinky hair gals, you come in this door, you want curly hair. You want hair that's defined. You want a banging wash and go. You want a banging twist out. That's why Mish shows up time and time again. It never fails. And I think for me, it just hits every texture along the way.
Does.
And that's why, for me, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Textures matter. So what works for you don't necessarily work for me and works for Susie, may never work for Harry.
Yes.
But this, across the board, if you have a spectrum, we can guarantee over like an 8, a 1 to 10, 8 of you guys is going to do the job.
Yeah. Misha is going to work.
If not 10 out of 10, 8 is going to do the job. This is why we love it.
Work. Yes. This right here, this gel to foam mousse.
Gel to foam. Just think of it. A gel to foam.
For curling your locks, sealing in those curls and coils. Think of what she's saying is a gel to foam mousse. I use this mousse as my final mousse when I retwist my hair. When I retwist my locks, I have it right there by my makeup table, and I will use it as I put a foam on top to finish with the shine and totally seal in my retwist. But I love it also when I'm curling my locks and I'm using rods or the whatever I'm using to curl my locks. I use this as well because it's a gel to foam, so it's gonna give me some really nice hold. Okay, so it's a really good mousse. It has a medium flexible hold, so when I'm using it on my locks, I'm not getting no crunch. No, I ain't getting no crunch. I'm still getting movement. This is why I like to use this on my locks, because it's going to give me a medium hold. It's going to allow the curls to come in if I'm curling it. Even now, I have it in 2-strand twist. When I'm ready to loose out my 2-strand twist, I will first spray my hair with my hydration spray, and then I will mousse it so it will seal in again, and I can get that crinkly look. So this is a really good thing to put in if you're on top of your gel, or use alone if you're doing your wash and go.
So talking about crunch, as Kim said, she doesn't like the crunch. Now I love the crunch. I love the crunch. Why? Because it lasts. When you do a wash and go, your wash and go takes from days to weeks to 2 weeks to 3 weeks. When you use Mish products in your wash and go, what happens is you have to say it's time to wash my hair. You would be on week 1, week 2, then you'll be like, oh my God, this is 3 weeks. Then you say, okay, I got some list to go to that day. Yeah. Week 4, and so on and so on. I need to wash my hair. So Mix really helps you with that longevity. If it's one thing you're going to take away with the Mish line, longevity and certain products for moisture. But when it comes to the gel and the mousse, we're talking about keeping your hairstyles longer. Yeah. Those of you who are having trouble with saying my hair don't last, you should do your hair with this on a Monday. By Friday, your hair should be ready for the weekend. All right. So crunch. We talked about that this gives crunch. So
and that gel
if you
loves
don't
water.
like crunch, if you don't like crunch, maybe it's not for you, or you go very light. But if you do love crunch, this is the way to go. We have several versions of it. We also have on the website that you guys can pre-order or secure your bottle. We have the velvet pomegranate. We have the different options in the Mish gel. It will be in the store next week. So feel free to secure it on the site tonight. We have the different options, but they work similarly. We have been saying that this one is a little bit more stronger hold, but they all are strong. You want strong wash and go longevity styles, Mish is the way to go.
And it's a humidity gel, so it's amazing. It's important, and it's really good for our climate. My daughter has been using the Oasis, and she slicks her hair back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she loves it. Okay. So I told her to buy it, and she bought it, and that's what she does. When she doesn't have in a unit, she just slicks her hair back into a puff, and the humidity gel has been holding it really well. So it's good for holding your puffs, your buns, and it's also good for defining your curls. And with
Mish has over 8 products, over 10
all of them are
SKUs, right? They're all good. We're just focusing on the mousse, on the gel in terms of Kim's favorite list, in terms of the top products. But these are the 2 powerhouse hitters. You can't go wrong. Some people even layer, they put the mousse and then they put the gel, or they do vice versa, the gel and then the mousse. I found that to be equally good. If you do own these products, and you try to stretch your products so you're not just hitting the gel, and stretch your bang for your dollar, because we're all about making sense of your dollar, you could start your week off with this, and as you go by in days, apply the mousse as a touch-up. That way you're not dipping in your gel if you feel like you want to retouch, or, when you're in the shower, the back of your hairline gets water when you shower, so it tends to wash off the product. But with this, you basically can just use the mousse when you come out of the shower freshly wet, and just, touch up your whole hairstyle. It brings you back to a day 1 or day 2, day 3. So these are just little tips and tricks of the Mish line. We love this line. All of these products we're talking about are made for us, by us, are made for people who look like me and you, who are supporting our people, our community. And, they took time and curate these products and take out the junk and didn't cut back. So it's very important that we understand what's on our shelves and who we're supporting and why we're supporting the brand. That the product has to check off the boxes, it has to do good, but at the same time, the brand has to we have to be in alignment with the brand and vice versa.
Definitely, definitely. So, Mish is a product that works with everyone's texture. We haven't brought anyone here and did the Mish, and they came back and said, no, you were wrong. As a matter of fact, it's on my list because you guys keep saying that it is amazing and that you love it and that you can't do without it. And when we run out, you're on the list for forever. When we talk about hydration and re-upping your moisture balance, their boost spray is amazing. Their oil is amazing. Very moisturizing. The boost spray, I buy it for my mom. Her hair is of a soft texture. She doesn't like to do a lot to her hair at all. She's now growing it, but she usually keeps it low. And I like to give her that boost. That boost spray always kept her a little low cut, moisturized, and she could just get her little curls together and then keep it moving. And also,
we have a protein conditioner.
We have a protein conditioner, and the protein conditioner is also, the deep conditioner is also moisture and protein. You know you need a balance between moisture and protein. You have to get it right. And if you're not scientific, if you ain't able with that, might as well you buy a jar that says moisture or protein and use that one when you're ready for a protein.
So you're not heavy on either way.
Right.
You're well balanced.
Because you need a balance.
And some of us are intimidated by the protein. You know, it's not that algae. What's that protein back in the day that we used to use?
Oh, that
Afro-G. Yes. Many of you guys know that the hair is so hard, you know. So you're afraid to use it because you need to understand what you're doing.
Right.
This is a safe protein here. Like as Kim saying, it's well balanced moisture protein. So you can't go wrong with doing this back to back weekly, you know, or to bi-weekly. You can't really over protein with this. So it's really safe for that. And you know, Mish, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, they are on the higher price point in terms of the products we have in here. But they don't cut back on ingredients. We're very close with the owner of the brand, Jonathan Marie, that they basically, they don't cut corners. And for that reason, the price is what it is. They're buying the premier of the crop in terms of ingredients, in terms of the quantity of important ingredients they're putting in here. So it makes sense why it has to be charged the way it is, because the products are really high grade. The products provide results, and instantly you get the gratification of what you're using. If you put in a wash and go, instantly you see that the curls are defined. If you're doing a moisturizer, they have the quench for a twist out. Instantly you would feel that the hair is super moisturized. So it's a great product. I like to say for those of the seasoned naturalistas, you know, you're coming into the game. There's so many brands in here that we probably could show you on a lower price point. But those of you who have been tried and tested, you experience a lot of different things, and you haven't tried Mish, step your game up here. You can't go wrong. All right?
Yes, definitely. So,
what number are we on, Kim?
We are going to number 9.
Oh my God, we're almost there.
We're almost there, guys. Give me some hearts. We're almost there. Yes, you guys, thank you for hanging in. I have so much that I just love, you know. But we're going to talk. We talked a little bit. We touched on the point of like frankincense and what it does for you and how, you know, it's just a cleansing and keeping your mind. So we also have other ways.
We're going into 2026, right?
Yes, and we want to clear the air.
Mm-hmm.
We handle a lot in 2025. We handle a lot. We got some stress, you know. Some of us didn't get paid because the government shut down, you know, or family members. You know, we handle a lot of things. So we want to clear the air, clear the space. So there's ways where I like to clear the space in my office. I can't burn no sage in the people in government office. But God, my little, and not only that, my little sprinkler thing. I go mash up. Correct.
Yes.
But Miss Naturalista has these cleansing sprays that I can use in the office. Also, if you have someone that has allergies, can't take the smoke and stuff, these cleansing sprays are really nice way to also clean the area. And the cleansing sprays, you can spray them on yourself as well. You can spray them on yourself if you feel that your energy is off. I tell the customers when they come and they say, well, why, how you don't use it? How you don't use cleansing spray? I say, first of all, you have to use it with intention. Okay? You have to have an intention that you want to clear the air. Sometimes things are happening to you. You know how they say things happen in tree. You go, you get up, the bed been there all the time, right? But you bump your knee on the bed. Then you walk out to your car, you get a flat. Then you get to work, your computer ain't working. That's trees, you know. It's like, what monkey on my back
going
today?
on here?
Sometimes it's just that you need to clear the air. You need to sit down and meditate and reset. So we have the free sprays right here that are my favorite. We have the Palo Santo spray, which means sacred or holy wood, and it's clear. It has a heavy, it clears out heavy unwanted energy from people and spaces. It promotes calm, peace, and grounding, and enhances focus and clarity. It is good to use before you pray, before you journal, before you yoga. Remember I said to be intentional, and it attracts positive energy. So the Palo Santos is a real nice one to spray in your office because it clears clarity. You know, it clears the bad energy and so forth. And it smells a little woodsy, right?
A little woodsy. Great choice of words. A little woodsy.
And then we also have the sandalwood. Sandalwood cleanses heavy negative energy. Okay, if you feeling heavy on your chest, you don't know why, something will happen, I don't know, pick up some sandalwood spray. It will cleanse the heavy or negative energy. It clears stagnant energy. If you feel like you're stuck, you cannot move, use the sandalwood. And also, it's good to keep you calm and balanced.
The smell is amazing. And it helps you
feel centered, peaceful, and emotionally steady. You have to use it. You use it if you're anxious, if you're stressed. It also has tiger's eye protection, which takes away negative influences. It boosts courage and strength. You're going for that promotion and you don't know what to say. Clear the air. Right? And it's boosted courage and strength and self-confidence.
You're going in for the interview? You're going for the interview? You stay outside the people and go?
Yes. It's self-confidence and it supports decision-making and personal power. It and it also relaxes your mental health. So, these things, it's a mental thing, but it's also a spiritual and an aura thing. We're all connected to the energy around us. And energy influences us. And sometimes someone else's energy gets through us. You know, you say everybody can't touch your hair, everybody can't, because the energy is transferred. So these items
your space.
It's good to use before you have guests to your house and after
they leave.
Yes.
Unwanted guests?
Yes, great. The last one I have that I like is the lavender and sage.
But this protection, we talked about the protection?
We talked about that one.
Okay, yes. All right. This is the protection, you guys. And the smell. Let me tell you.
Smells so good. Talk about that one.
The smell.
I one on me, you know, because I didn't pick protection.
No, the scent. I get musky. I get frankincense. I get myrrh in here.
It's a little sweet, yes.
A little sweet. It has patchouli. That's what I'm smelling.
Okay.
The patchouli. And it has, I can't see, obsidian chips in there, black obsidian, cedarwood. That's the wood I'm smelling. And these sprays, they're a big seller in here.
Yeah.
Again, like Kim said, your area, your space, it's important. You're going into 2026. You know, we have all of these goals for the new year, the resets, leave the old back there and in with the new.
Yes.
And it's a mental thing, but again, it's a ritual thing.
Yeah.
And rituals come from the Bible and they are only effective in what your belief is in.
Yes.
And we have people who swear by them. It smell amazing. For the least of that, they smell amazing.
Yes.
And smell has a way of sensory affecting your mood.
They do.
And when something aligns with your scent and the smell that you align with, it has a way to reset your mind. And it's very important to transcend. And then I guess that's where the energy comes into play. What you're smelling, you're taking in and whatnot. So you were talking about lavender and sage, right?
I like the lavender and the sage as well.
Let me get that lavender.
Okay, I have the sage sticks, but I have small kids in my house and I don't know what's going to affect them, so I try not to use it. But I like the lavender and sage, but I'm a lavender lover because lavender calms
you. Yeah.
It helps me to sleep. You see, I work in hair. I work hair all weekend and then I go to my regular job during the week. Sometimes I'm really, really busy and I cannot sleep. The other day, Jamia see me, I was on live at 1 o'clock coloring. I couldn't sleep. You know, so lavender, putting lavender, spraying it, it helps you to calm down on your pillows. And lavender, it purifies spaces and objects. So the lavender purifies the spaces and the objects. Its primary focus is on energy and relaxation. So it helps you to calm down. It clears negative or stagnant energy. And the lavender and the sage, a soothing and calming aroma, promotes deep relaxation, stress relief, peace and harmony. Best positive energy. It boosts positive energy and it induces deep relaxation, stress relief.
You got a question, Kim?
Yes.
Name of the brand. This is called, oh my God, Sage and Sapphire. Okay? Yes. It's Sage and Sapphire. It's on our website as the cleansing. What is it under on the website, Kim? What is
cleansing spray?
Just type in cleansing spray and you shall see it. If you're having any trouble, you can call the store 340-423-5465. 340-423-5465, and we'll put it in the chat as well. Again, it's Sage and Sapphire, and these are the cleansing spray.
Yes.
Again, any purchases you guys do tonight, you're entering into the giveaway 2 times. We're dropping your name in the bucket once, then we're dropping it again twice. So any sales that generates today, for the rest of the evening, we're gonna put you in the giveaway 2 times. All right? So this is Sage and Sapphire, and again, we're talking about the cleansing spray going into 2026.
Yes.
A proud favorite in Miss Naturalista store. We're going to start picking this off the shelf and say, let's come on live, let's talk about it. Yes. These are products that we have a hard time keeping on the shelf. People love it. Reviews, try it and test it. All right, moving along.
We just had someone that was watching us on the live and came in to get the turmeric right there.
You want to say hello?
You want to say hi?
Yeah, come. Say hello. Let's get the lady.
She came in.
She came on the live. Say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Now let's do
get this. I do have acne prone skin. I'm not ashamed to say, but as you can see, I'm breaking out. So I want something that's going to work for me, and this seems like it might do its thing. So I want to try it out.
You haven't smelled this yet, I take it, right?
No.
Okay, so let me give her the woof. First time you woof.
Ooh,
that's right. You see, ooh,
smell good.
That's
usually turmeric I have a little.
That
smells good.
And a little bit goes a long way. So as we told her, as she was watching the live, we're gonna take this on the face, down the neck, on the body, and scrub. You wanna lose a shade, you go a shade lighter.
And that's good because I'm always in the sun.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through.
So we're moving on to number 10, and we're gonna talk about our own butters. You know, in Miss Naturalista, we come up with our own products, right? We have our soaps, we have our perfume rollers, and you've been loving our butters. So we're going to go ahead and talk about 3 butters that are made for Miss Naturalista, by Miss Naturalista, formulated for us, and it's the rice butter, the divine butter, and the happy butter.
Oh yes, oh God.
These have been a
doing
hit.
Wonderful. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love these. We love these. This is our butter. This is our recipe. We love.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this is not smell-o-vision, but you have to trust the process. And what we're telling you, they smell right. We have 3 options. And before I just take over her things, I just want to tell you how much because I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
The divine. They got 3 variations. We want to Kim action. Now these, they all have minimal ingredients in there. 4, 3, 5. Nothing more. Now each one has a different scent. I'm just going to tell you my favorite is the divine. This is this one right here. All right. So divine. What does it smell like? It's Kim gonna give you the book talk. I gonna just tell you what it smells like. This is with eucalyptus and lemongrass. So if you have that, that, like I tell you, I like musty scents. I like the Egyptian musk. I like frankincense and more. But not only that these things smell amazing, they go on
like
so
nothing.
smooth and they
Yes.
moisturize you. I wish I had my shirt all the way up so you could see. But they moisturize you like no tomorrow. It's amazing. Look at the difference in the camera. Look at that. Look at that. And this one, the Divine, it smells like lemongrass and eucalyptus. So all of the old ladies, they love it. All of the men, they love it. They take one whiff of this. They say, "Oh my God!" The eyes open up bright again. Back to that sensory feeling. If you into the natural sense, if you're from abroad and you want a scent back home, like you're from the Caribbean, take the lemongrass and eucalyptus, the Divine. This one is for you. It's gonna take you home. It's gonna give you that warm feeling of home. So if it's not one thing you want to try tonight, I'm encouraging you to give the Divine a try. This is our baby. This is our formula. It's our butter. We love it. We love it. We love it. The next one is called the Happy. The Happy.
And Happy is my favorite.
That's our favorite. You see how the scents fluctuate? Happy is great. The men, I feel like it's unisex.
I think so too.
Yes.
And it's like, if you just like the scent of vanilla and baby powder. It's, you know, I like these things like when I go to bed, like to sleep and feel like just comforting. So I love that smell of vanilla and baby powder. It helps me. It smells like clean linen. It's just so amazing to me. And they're not an overpowering smell. They're very light, but you still get it. People will pass you and ask you what you have on.
My God, I can't stop smelling this.
It's an amazing scent.
And the moisture you get from your skin that you put all over your body, how your skin feels so supple and soft.
Yeah.
If you were in the mainland and you know it's cold right now,
oh yeah,
you dry weather, the water is hard.
It's really good for your feet.
Your feet, that crevice, right?
Yes.
Keeping you look oiled down, you know, moisturize. Like good old Vaseline, but better, healthier. This is the Happy, okay? And then we have the Rise. The Rise are for those who do not like scents, non-scented. Those who are, they're simple, but they want the moisture effect, but they don't want to feel all that heavily scented. Or you want to incorporate this with your scent. Maybe you have your special perfumes or basically your body oils that you use. You want something that goes along with it. Although these two go along with it, because if you like musky, you stay in the musky family. But this is where the Rise comes into play. For those non-scented persons, this scent is very, I wouldn't say it has no scent, but it has little to none scent. That's right. Little to nothing.
It's like a butter. It doesn't have any extra scent. There's no perfume there. There's nothing for you to compete with. There's nothing that you would have to compete with if you put it on a scent on top of it.
So I'm going to go through this quickly. This is the Divine, lemongrass, eucalyptus, the mature scent. Your mommy like this scent, right?
Yes.
The men like it. You abroad, you want a little bit of home, that lemongrass, eucalyptus scent, highly concentrated. This is the Divine. A little bit goes a long way. We actually sell this at the cruise ship port on some days that we're there. And let me tell you, the tourists, they love this because they're just like, oh my God, this is so concentrated. This is so rich. It's so potent. And a little bit goes the long way. So this little jar, you get 4 months on it. Yeah. And then the Happy. If you're a man, you're looking for a gift for a loved one for Christmas, you want something that the men like to smell good. Don't let them fool you, you know. They very much,
they don't come in here.
They're low key. They're low key product junkies. They're low key into all of these smelly stuff.
Well, they're getting into self-care and
proudly.
Yes.
This is the Happy, the baby powder scent, and then the Rise if you want a non-scented. Any questions? Hit us up in the chat.
Yeah, any questions about it? And that is that's our formula made for us, by us. And as we expand and we start to bring things with our name on it, that we really make and we formulate for ourselves, you guys continue to love it. You guys love our soaps. I couldn't bring soaps today because we are always out of soaps. But that's another thing that I really love from in here is in this Naturalista soaps. I like to give them as gifts, and people in the States really love it. Yes, we'll be stocked on that next week. So at number 11, we're keeping it local, and we are loving Lavella. We love Lavella, her candles. I love them. I'm a candle girl. Candles, give me a candle. I love it. I light a candle as soon as I walk in my house. A candle is lit on my stove. It helps me. I'm a scent girl. So what I love about Lavelle candles is It's so nice. They burn evenly, and I love that the wick is a wooden wick. You see this wooden wick? So when this starts to burn, it goes like if I was in front of a fire. So it's just so nice. I love this. And she does her candles. Her scents are in the island. So this is St. Croix. And I'm going to tell you what each one smells like. So St. Croix smells like passion fruit. Puerto Rico, which is my favorite one, not because that's my native land, but I just love the scent of Puerto Rico. It is moonflower. St. John is mango papaya, and we're out of St. Thomas. But if you're not a candle person, you're afraid to leave a candle burning. She also has the diffusers with the wick in the same scent. She also has a room spray, which is amazing. I have a room spray in my bathroom. After you use my bathroom, you can just please reset my bathroom by spraying my room spray. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Clear the air, because I'm running in there after you use it, right? I only got one bathroom in my house, so I want it to smell nice when I'm walking in there. And she also has, most recently, she started making her scents in perfumes. And you guys have been buying this up. I have not tried it, but I know that every time I look, my favorite scent is gone. So I know that you're loving the fact that we have a local perfume made by Lavella. She is a young lady. She's from here and she's doing her thing. Her presentation is amazing and the scents are amazing. And what I'm telling you is that the candle is my favorite. And I love how this wick just crackles when I light it and how it lasts evenly. And sometimes you buy a scented candle and you can only smell the scent up close. Not with Lavella. You smell in that candle in the entire room. So,
thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. Enjoy. Come back and let me know.
Okay, I will.
Okay, thank you, Mama. Yes. So we're moving along off Lavelle.
Keeping it on St. Croix and Thomas.
But we're keeping it
on
local.
On the island
because we have other things that are local. For those of you away who want to get local things to give to your friends, for your family members, if you're here local and you want to give something to your family members that is made for us, by us in St. Thomas, we hear you. You guys have been asking. You come in and say, do you have something that is from St. Thomas, made by St. Thomas, St. Croix? We have these that just came in.
You pick your island and you
rep your island.
You rep your island.
You know when you're away, you guys like to rep your island, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have several things that can come in now and get. Jamia is going to come in with some other things.
We're going to start with the cosmetics. They're a big cosmetic travel pouch.
Very nice size.
Very nice size. Washable. All right. And they have an array of colors. We just put 3 up here for you to see. But again, you want a little piece of home that says St. Croix, St. Thomas.
And that is practical.
And
not
it's
just
practical.
Something that they go just, not a keychain.
Yes.
So not a magnet.
St. Thomas.
And Jamia is coming in front to show you guys some other items that we have that are also made for us by us, our designs. We have these wonderful bags that you can use for the beach. If you are a person who goes shopping, and even if you go shopping and you don't want to buy no 20-cent bag, you could use these bags as well if you're for your dry goods.
And repping your home.
And I actually need to get, I like to keep a beach bag in the car because I go to the beach at any time, any place. As I want to go in the sea, that's why the island is my place. I need to have one in my car with a towel and stuff in there. So it's a nice way to rep your home.
Have a contrast
Be
print.
stylish.
Mm-hmm. Inside, each bag has a contrast print inside. And pocket. And notice, Jimmy, I showed them where the strap comes around the bag, so that you can see that it doesn't tear up here. It comes all the way around. It's really a well-made canvas.
Right.
So in terms of breaking,
it puts me of the mind when you used to buy Zora bags.
Zora bags, yes.
It's
still around?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, my mommy gonna like this one. It's flamingos.
Okay, yes. So you know that it's very secure. You ain't got to worry about the bag busting.
No.
The arms busting. Yeah, we believe in quality here at Miss Naturalista.
Alrighty, so
Yes.
you guys could come in and you see the different options. Again, they make great gifts for those loved ones of near or far who just want a little bit of home. We have them in St. Croix and St. Thomas, okay?
Yes.
Either island we have them. We're gonna put a little gift bundle for the men. We talked about women's stuff tonight, but just letting you guys know in this Naturalista store, you can come in and we can create bundles for you.
Yes.
Bundles of any sort.
Of any sort. This is a one-stop shop, You ain't got to worry about going to a place to get your stuff wrapped. You ain't got to worry about how you're going to present your gift. And we do everything here for you at, a very minimal price. The gable boxes are free.
They're free with your purchase.
The gable boxes are free with your purchase. The plastic boxes are free with your purchase if you want a see-through bundle. The only thing we charge for are the Miss Naturalista boxes, and they start at a very low pricing if that's what you want to do. Show them the Miss Naturalista box. Yeah, you pick your items, you put it in the Miss Naturalista box, and then you can ship it. It's a nice way to ship your items for Christmas if you're shipping it off island. But we do everything here. Jamia is very talented and very creative. She does our bows and so forth. She's the one I pull when a customer says, "Can you wrap my gift?" I'll be like, "Jamia, please come save me." And she comes and she saves me every time. So we all have our own talents here. And this men's bundle, what we have in there is a cleanser. We have oil. And we also have a cream, an espresso male facial cleanser, and an exfoliating washcloth. So our men buy these things when they come in. We have a men's corner, and we created a men bundle. I believe they posted the men bundle in the store if you want to, in the storefront, if you wanted to take a look at it and see what's in there and purchase as well.
7:30.
So we're here with,
all right, we're just wrapping up with a men's bundle, Kim.
Yes,
we just showed an example of a men's bundle out there.
Yes. Did we post the men's bundle on our store? So it's on our storefront.
So
or you can call the store. We can customize it as well if you want to change it around. So these are, and the men's bundle, I see that it's at $65 on the store. But like I said, it has a face. Men are taking care of their skin too, and they grow in the bed. So it's nice for them to have a good face wash, a good cream moisturizer. It has in one of our oil rollers, perfume oil rollers, and it also has in one of our exfoliating washcloths. The washcloths are long enough that a single person can do their back and everything. I have a friend who buys them and she cuts them because she also uses them to wash her face. So she likes to cut it in half and use half for her face and half for her body. So as we move along, on my favorite 15 brands, we're going to hit you guys with some deep conditioners.
Yeah.
And I think that's me. That's
it.
So we're almost to the end of our live. Oh my goodness, we went over so far 23 minutes. I like a lot of things, man.
You like to talk a lot.
And I'm so excited that I was the first person they chose to tell you their favorite things in the store. Look out because there'll be more. I don't know if they're going to choose customers. We don't know what they're going to do. We always have something up our sleeve to keep you engaged, to educate you, to help you to grow within this natural community. And we love suggestions. We love you to tell us what we did wrong, what we did right, what would you like to see. Please do call in right on our Facebook page. We will probably, our marketing people will put more pieces of this live up. Please comment under it. Please give us feedback. It's the first time. And, there's nothing wrong with criticism. Constructive criticism is welcome. Please trust and believe that we are learning and we want to grow with you as we bring you along. But I'm going to talk about some of the deep conditioners and moisturizers that I really like. I really, really like Indulge Moisturizing Deep Conditioner. Did she pull my Indulge? Okay. I'm going to talk about the ones that she pulled for me so far. So this right here is Bask and Bloom. Bask and Bloom is a really, I want to say it's a brand that a lot of people don't talk about. They don't ask for. We have to like guide people to the Bask and Bloom. Their mousse is amazing. The mousse is really good as well. But this Bask and Bloom Brahmi root hair mask, right? You ain't pull my pre-poo.
Pre-poo, I didn't pull it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, well, this Brahmi hair mask is good, but I don't want to talk about the Brahmi hair mask. I really want to talk about the pre-poo, the 2-in-1 pre-poo, because that I know is amazing. But Bask and Bloom is like an Ayurvedic brand. They give you a lot for their money. It's a nice stick full of really, really good ingredients. The 3-in-1 pre-poo, the 2-in-1 pre-poo that I'm asking her to pull off the shelf for me, it hydrates and boosts the hair follicles, and it restores your scalp and hair. It helps with detangling. It gives you lots of slip. It prevents hair loss, and it's full of essential oils and herbal extracts. It prevents hair loss and promotes growth. And a pre-poo, you would use it before you go in and shampoo. My pre-poo is usually oil-based. I do oils, and you would call it a hot oil treatment. But if you're a loose natural, you will pre-poo before you go ahead and go under and clear your hair and do all of that stuff before you go and shampoo. So in the pre-poo process, you would apply the product, you would use your tool of your brush and clear your hair, and then you would start the twisting to keep it cleared. Remember how Denise and I talked about after we put the conditioner in our kids' hair, we go ahead and twist and then we rinse out like that? You can do that with your pre-poo as well. You can shampoo your hair with the twist, because remember when I said shampooing is for the scalp, not for the shaft of your hair, and that the shaft will wash as you go ahead and rinse out that pre-poo. So as you wash out that scalp, so that pre-poo, you can go ahead and clear your hair and twist, and then go after you twist and clear it in sections, then rinse it out. So the pre-poo, pre-shampoo treatment starts the conditioning process, starts the detangling process, starts the nutrient process of building your hair up. So that's why I like the pre-poo. Sometimes my granddaughter is amenable to it. Sometimes she's not. When she is, I can. But this is another product that is true. The customers love it. La Sherna is a pre-poo girl. She believes as the density of her hair needs to be pre-pooed before she can even wash it. The Bask and Bloom 2-in-1 pre-poo contains murmuru butter, which is an emollient that softens your hair and maintains its elasticity. It has hemp seed oil, which contains omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids that prevent hair loss, and amla oil, which has vitamin C and vitamin E, which helps stimulate your hair growth. Does anybody know on the live how many hair? You know, we shed every day, just like our skin cells die every day. We shed hair every day. What is a good amount of hair that you should shed daily before you start like sounding the alarm and saying you're shedding too many hair? Anybody knows?
A gazillion.
Jamia says a gazillion. No. But it's quite some. You should be shedding normally 50 to 100 strands of hair a day. That is a normal shed. So you see that you're shedding a little bit. Shedding and breaking is two different things. So if you see you have long hairs that you're shedding, 50 to 100 strands of hair should be shedded every day. Anything over that is excessive. Anything over that, you need to start a treatment. Anything over that, you need to deep conditioner. Anything over that, you need to come into Miss Naturalista and let us see what's going on with your hair. Now, if you have your hair in a protective style, like a braids or a wig or something, remember that you're not combing your hair every day. So while not combing your hair every day, when you take out that protective style, you're going to have all those shedded hairs that you accumulated from having that protective style in there. So don't sound the alarm at that point either. Just make sure you do a good cleanse, a good deep conditioner, and keep it moving. And a pre-poo is really good when you first take out those braids. So you're going to shed a lot when you take out those braids because you haven't been combing your hair every day. And normally you would shed 50 to 100 strands a day for your hair. So don't sound the alarm when you take out your protective style. Okay? Another thing that I really like is the algae.
And renew.
Yes, algae renew.
Have some sea kelp in there. That's a good tummy roll.
Where we put it?
Right here. No. It looks like this.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
We only have the small
one. It looks like this.
Because you guys have bought all of the big jars, but that's a very good deep conditioner. There it has cocoa and mango butter in there. It also has biotin, and biotin is good for hair growth. And it has a creamy thick consistency, which is it has good slip, and it distributes and adds shine to your hair. And my last one that I really love, she showed you this Kinky Tresses.
Yes,
you can't keep
my
it.
favorite, mine.
Kinky Tresses Restorative.
What do you smell like?
It's really good. Full of avocado oil. Really good to use when you're taking out a protective style. Really good to use if you're feeling like your hair is going through something. It's restorative. So while it's giving you strength, it's also moisturizing. So it does both of the things. It just kind of restores whatever is going on with your hair. And I love the vitamin A, D, and E in avocado oil. Really, really love this conditioner. If you're having some kind of issue, it reduces breakage and it also promotes scalp health.
And when you guys have your deep conditioner, don't scale back. Pace it on. You're doing your hair at home. You know, you're not in a hairdresser chair. So make sure you cover it from root to tips. You know, make sure that you have enough product on there to penetrate through your hair. A jar like this is, I would say, 3 uses.
Yeah. So
that's it.
That is it.
We did it.
We did it. It's our first live, at least for me, talking about my favorite brands in the store. I had to really think hard. You see my notes? Because I had to think hard about what I really wanted to say was my favorite, because I love so many things in the store. There's so much variety. And you guys come in and you guys are very good about being patient while we show you the things that we think that you need when you tell us what's wrong. And you guys come back and buy something else because you just want to try it, not because what we suggested to you works. So you know my trepidation in standing here in this beautiful space and picking 15 brands that I needed to talk about that I love, because I promise you that everything in this store I love for one reason or the other. Right? But these are my true blues tested, not only by me, not only by my team, but not only by my children, but by you who have come back and give us feedback. And I can't say enough time that I need for you guys to continue to give us feedback. Help us to grow along with you. We love constructive criticism. We love your suggestions, and we want to hear from you what we can do better to serve you and this community. I am Kim Aska with Denise Benjamin.
There you have it, Miss Kim favorites. Oh my
and this has been my 15 favorite brands in the store. I want to thank the team that has been in the back helping us pull things. Thank you, Jamia. Thank you, LaSherna. It's a work day for me, so I was supposed to be at the register. So thank you, LaSherna. Thank you, Kimberly, who is behind the scenes posting and the links, and she's our marketing. We work as a team and a family in here. And when you come in, our customer service, we hope that it's up to your standards. We want you to feel at home. Come and hang out with us. You don't have to purchase. We'll love it if you do. But come and ask us questions and hang out and enjoy what we have in the store to offer you.
Merry Christmas and Merry all the best. Much blessings to you and your family. And we look forward to breaking bread and talking and seeing you guys, and you guys giving us feedback.
And we have other events. So stay tuned. Keep looking at our Facebook page. We have events throughout the season, giving back to you guys little, because we know, but we are keeping the momentum going.
All right. This was fun, Kim.
This was fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.